You know what? They haven't clicked yet because it takes a bit of time. Because like since when
bro, I hate the next person that says clicked. I'm gonna
that's it.
They've had
pause a minute.
Look, I know the injuries, but they've had 8 weeks to sort it out.
I hate that word, bro. That's the season started.
Chemistry,
I don't want to hear it.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Touchline Podcast, episode 23. Before we begin, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and all that good stuff. And just before we begin, found out a statistic today, actually.
It's not good to hear.
88.3% of our viewers are not subscribed, and 11.7% are subscribed.
What are you guys doing, man? Hit the subscribe button.
What are you doing? Hold on. Let me get up close and personal with these people.
There goes the
Conor McGregor's gone. Hey, to all you people that are watching this video right now that are not subscribed, the 88.3%, is it 0.3? I don't care. 88.3. What are you doing with your lives? If you're watching the content, you're enjoying the content, you love us, hit the subscribe button. Look, it's your choice.
Simple.
Do the proper 12.
Look, put it this way. If you don't hit the subscribe button in 5 seconds, the Grim Reaper is going to be knocking on your door. Do you really want to die? Do you really want to die? I don't think so. So hit the subscribe button. Anyways, fuck, I actually got up for that.
Bill went on a rant there, but it had to be said. We need you guys to subscribe.
Maybe they're not watching on YouTube.
Had to be said. Look, just subscribe. That's it. Just subscribe. Anyways, how's your boys' weekends been going? How was it?
Yeah, it
was not too bad. Not too bad.
Quiet.
Just chilled out with the family and. that game that we went to Friday night, it wasn't the best game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
depressing.
Yeah, it was a bit depressing, and we walked out because everyone was like upset.
That's it done.
You can't do much, but I got to give credit to the Warriors that they played better than us.
They were a better team.
They had heaps much more than us. So my dogs need to.
We'll get into it.
We'll get in there. We're getting there. At least we're getting some positives.
Just working and whatnot. I couldn't make it to the game, but man, let's get straight into it, man. Round 11. Let's recap that round, man.
Yep. No, absolutely.
Starting with the first game.
Storm beat Brisbane 24-16. That was a good game, that one.
I was watching that game.
Yeah, I watched it too. We actually messaged it together at the same time.
Broncos, they were in the game majority. The first half, I could say, but ever since Reynolds went out, I think their chances were slim.
Yeah.
If Reynolds was in that game, it could have been a different game.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I see it.
Plus with Adam Reynolds when he was running, going for that try line, but he missed it, but he hit his head. I think it was a hard hit.
He's had a neck problem before the season too.
Oh, it has
happened? Yeah, he's been having a bit of a neck problem.
How long is he out for?
Just for this week.
Just for this week?
Yeah,
so he should be ready to go for next week.
Adam Reynolds was a massive loss in that game.
Yeah, it was.
They're playing in Amy Park, man.
You can't.
Bulldogs the only team to beat them there, so it's going to go the whole season. But Melbourne, it was that win was like overdue. They needed a win. They've been struggling this season.
They have been,
not struggling, but not up to their standards.
Absolutely,
Melbourne are always dominant. They're always first. So it was an important win. Broncos got Panthers this week, so they could potentially go back to back defeats.
Losses, without Reynolds.
Reynolds out, especially. But Melbourne looked good. They got a big task against the Dolphins this week, but. Yeah, it was a good game actually. There was a lot of fights in that game actually.
Yeah, there was.
Actually
getting heated. Fegler was in it. Haas had a moment, so it was good to see that because this season we haven't seen a lot
Reece
of.
Walsh got charged, I think, 1,500 for the shoulder charge.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shoulder charge.
So no ban, just a fine.
Yeah, he got fined.
Well, so it was good to see.
No, but he looked good and Payne Haas looked good.
Yeah, they all did.
Yeah,
they all did, but they just felt cut short.
It's hard, man.
It's hard. Without Reynolds, they would have.
With Reynolds, they would have won. I think
that's what I'm saying. Like with Reynolds, they'll win the game, but without Reynolds, they'll lose the game. But you can't do much.
Melbourne still haven't clicked. They haven't gone on a run.
Looking that good.
Are they going to click this season?
Melbourne,
Are they going to go on a consistent run? Only time will tell, I reckon. But big task against the Dolphins this week. But Melbourne should be happy they got the 2 points.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I'm happy that Melbourne won against Brisbane. They had a good performance. Justin Holland, Cameron Munster. They were too good in the game, man. They were playing really, really good with their performance.
And probably the Broncos players, when they saw Reynolds out, it probably demotivated them a bit, put them down a bit. But it's not the end for Broncos. They're still first on the ladder.
They're still first. They got a long way to go. But as you can see, they're getting way more better every single week of the game. And honestly, bro, everyone's saying they're going to be in the finals for sure, guarantee.
Sure, You're guaranteed.
So it will happen.
Yeah.
Surely they don't choke it. But
I hope they don't.
Next game.
I hope they don't. Next game was Friday night game, 6 o'clock. Warriors defeated us 24-12.
Thank God I didn't go to this game.
Yeah, you're lucky.
Yeah, because you were at work. And we were at the game. Honestly, bro, that 3 tries in the I think it was the last 20 minutes, I think. Or it was in between. I can't remember.
It was our early start that affected us. Like,
even Perham needs to get dropped.
Yeah, he's not dropped. But
He has to go,
I wasn't happy about Perham's performance.
He let in 4 tries with intercept. He was off his mark the first one. Another one.
Actually, 2 tries, he wasn't there in his
I think
he wasn't there.
I think all the tries was
Look,
his
he
fault.
makes a lot of meters, but he doesn't provide us any option when we attack.
Yeah.
He's not that spark that's going to help us score points.
You know what? Actually, speaking of that, because the fans are saying at the game, it reminds me of Will Hapawadi. Remember Will Hapawadi?
Yeah.
So he's Will Hapawadi part 2. So because you know how he plays, like the way how he's
that's true.
like his natural ability. I'm saying like the way how he plays. But I really look, if Serraldo wants to fix Perham's position right now, he needs to be a bit more aware in the fullback position. Because he's good in his running meters. I understand that.
Kira's went fullback for 2 minutes, and his positioning was perfect.
Yeah.
Every time they shifted to the right side, and all you can see Kyrgios was there. Yeah. When Hayes Perm, he just jogs to that, like to the right hand side, but Kyrgios was there.
Yeah, absolutely. But he has good speed. Don't get me wrong, Hayes Perham.
He's got good steps.
He needs to fix up his defense a bit, and he needs to be aware when the other opponent, like when they start kicking up, they're bombing it up. He has to go straight to that target. He can't just stand behind and do nothing. You got to be there. You got to put all your heart and soul.
That's true.
To get the team back on track.
That's what a fullback does.
Yeah, exactly.
Should be everywhere. Should be all in position.
Just like the old and past players from the Bobs, like Luke Patton, for example. Who else was there?
Barber,
Ben Barber. Yeah, but I don't think he's that type of that
before the game,
ability.
I had a feeling we could win, but when I entered that ground, it was so dead. The atmosphere
was actually dead.
You even were like swearing down the ball.
I was just calm.
When Anthony's calm, that's
calm because
if Anthony's calm, it's not. It wasn't a good day in the office.
Because I had that feeling. I was saying, you know what, they could win, but you don't know, because Warriors, they defeated us from a few weeks back. They beat us again. So
these teams aren't playing well. Like Warriors weren't the best.
Yeah, they weren't the best. But they just got 3 lucky tries.
Put on a clinic.
No, he did. He actually did.
He played so
good. Even Tohu Harris and who else? Bunty as well. He played really good as well.
Calling his name out. Hectic
Fred. We love you, Hectic Fred.
We love you, bro. Bunty, man. He got a man crush on him.
And you know what? You know what Fred told me actually at the game? Bunty actually followed him on Instagram.
Oh, no way.
It was actually sick, man.
Who wouldn't want to follow Fred?
Of course, man.
No. What were you saying, Sam?
I don't know. I was turning Chabot like
back to the old days. It feels.
But like it feels like the old habits are starting to creep in. And look, the first 5 games we had 3 wins and 2 defeats. Now these next 6, of course, because the injury, it's really affected us. We've only got 1 win. But for me, like the worst case scenario, if Serraldo wasn't the man, if he wasn't going to help us and lead us where we want to be, especially next season coming with all the better players, I'm 100% confident that he's going to be the man to bring us back.
I think he is.
But I'm saying worst case scenario, if he isn't, why do we get rid of Potter? Not get rid of him.
We got
no, but he's still assistant coach.
But I'm just saying that.
But our defense is rubbish.
Yeah, it is true. No, it is true.
There's a reason for that. They got rid of that defensive coach start of the year. Why would you get rid of I think he was there
most
for like
experienced
10
player,
years or something, man.
Yeah.
And you get rid of him. That's probably one of the reasons why our defense is as bad as it is.
Look, they need to fix up their defense.
And our attack.
Our attack as well. I think, you know what, they haven't clicked yet because it takes a bit of time. Because like since when...
Bro, I hate... The next person that says clicked, I'm going to...
No, that's it.
They've had 8 weeks. Look, I know the injuries, but they've had 8 weeks to sort it out.
I hate that word, bro. That's it. The season started.
Chemistry,
I know, look,
I don't want to hear it.
I love Roman Faitala Mariner. He said, they asked him a question. He said 1,000% we're going to bounce back. And you go and perform like that, even worse than Raiders. Like, come on, you can't keep saying week in, week out. 8 weeks. You had 10 weeks to fix your team.
Yeah, look, I understand.
And we're leaking more points every single week. Look at every other team.
But you have to understand. You have to understand because we got an injury crisis.
Yeah,
it's still happening.
Look, what does Kick-Out provide? All right, Kick-Out, it was having a shake.
because he had a pectoral injury.
Yeah, all right. I'm saying when he was healthy. He did nothing for the team.
But
the only person really went missing is the Fox.
Yeah, it was. Before the injuries, we were 3 wins in 5. Solid. Since the injuries came in, we're 1 in 6. So injuries have been a major effect in us.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
We're not in a process anymore. This is the team. That's it. No more process. No more.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at Dolphins.
You just got to click or you don't.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They've got a whole squad, 32 players. Everyone. Yes, they've got a great coach, but 32 players, and they've clicked within like
Probably a week,
not going to play
not
for
even a week or something.
Exactly. Like, it's the players too that are doing the job.
Doing it. Look at our players, Burden, Marnie, Adokar, they've been together.
We're in the same boat as Roosters right now.
Yeah.
We have a top squad on paper, $1 million players.
Look, I'm going to say this. We've said it heaps of times. How many times? 1,000,000 times. They have not gelled in yet because why?
They said Anthony, please just say gel, bro.
That's it.
Because Sami just said it with Dolphins. New teams like Dolphins, mate. They're a new club and they're that good.
They're actually playing better than us.
They're
actually playing way better than us.
They're fifth on the ladder.
Another thing. I know we're rambling on too long.
Yeah, that's all right.
Gus. All right, look, you can be optimistic, be positive, but when you like that Warriors game, that
was not good.
That was a bad performance.
He'd rather that Canberra. He said that Canberra performance was worse than Warriors. I beg to differ.
No, that was the worst one. At least there was effort in that game against. Not effort, but we kept on pushing.
Yeah, we kept push hard. Yeah.
Talking about the Dolphins and comparing them to the Bulldogs, we got smashed to Manly round 1.
Correct.
We just beat Tigers. We leaked points right at the end of it.
The last 5 minutes,
Who was round 5? Round 4, we lost against Warriors.
That's right.
And we had our full team. So then there's the evidence that we still weren't performing to our best. Yes, I said we got the 2-3 wins, but we weren't the best at it.
Let's wrap this up quickly.
The Cowboys game, we were horrible.
Yeah, let's wrap it quickly.
We were.
About Gus Goode, ever since he joined the club, yes, I knew he would fix the behind the scenes, but there's something about him I don't like.
No. Gus is there for the future. He's there to build up the juniors and whatnot.
Yeah, that's what he said.
The present day footy is up to Serrato and his team.
Yeah,
but look, put it this way. We're favourites to be top 8 this year.
Absolutely.
I'm going to say this right now. I think we're favourites to get the spoon. I'm just going to say
I don't see it.
I'm saying it, bro.
I really don't see it.
Look, Tigers are
they're starting to come back slowly.
They're worse, but I tip us favourites to win the spoon.
No, you know what?
I love the Dogs. You know what?
You know what? I'll disagree with you. Why? I think Dragons, because with their situation,
Dragons, I reckon we'll get it.
Yeah, with Anthony
fair
Griffin.
enough,
but we'll get to that point.
I'm
just saying,
I think we'll get better.
No, we'll get better. Don't get me wrong.
I think we'll get better.
Absolutely, but I'm just saying we will get more wins. I think it's gonna hit. I think it's gonna remind me of last year. Remember when Potter came in and he got us those wins? I think that's gonna be the stable position.
That's how I see it.
Look, how I said it at the start of the season that we're going to be top 8. I got it wrong. We might be in the same position like last year, but maybe we'll jump in the 10th position.
Don't forget,
just to be comfortably, so we can
16
see what happens then.
Bro,
you know what I mean?
Anything can happen in 16 games.
We get our bye 2 points. We're 2 points behind.
I reckon we'll probably stay 10th position. I think that's my opinion.
Okay, let's just move on.
I'm not riding top 8 yet. But something needs to change quickly.
It has to be.
That's it.
All right. Well, anyways, the next game was Friday night game, 8 o'clock. Penrith defeated Roosters 48-4.
That was easy for
48-4.
It was like a training session for them.
And you know what? And that was a good move by Tyron Peachey. Why? Because he left Tigers.
Yeah,
he put 2 tries on that night.
What can we say? That you're just like I said, training session dominated Roosters.
It's like
they're versus a very weak Roosters team that are low on confidence now.
Panthers, they come to their best.
Yeah.
Like they've had performances where they look like they're going to win it again this year, but then they've had performances where they're going to choke it this year. But that was a solid performance. Roosters, I don't know what's going on with them. There's something behind the scene that's really affecting the whole team.
Absolutely, yeah.
Manu's injured now. That's a big miss. So
Joey Water-Hargraves as well was off. He's out as well.
Yeah, they're missing out a few
The
players.
only positive is probably Billy Smith.
Billy Smith
has been performing well.
Yeah, he is.
2 games he's came in, he's done good.
He's playing really good.
Panthers, they just got to.
They're too dominant.
They're too dominant, but they've got to be consistent now. Yeah. They can't now win.
They can't click off
against Broncos next week.
Absolutely,
if you want to get that 3-peat, you're going to have to keep on winning games. Look at, for example, look at Broncos. They're winning games consistently. They'll lose again, but then win it like the next 4.
For sure.
So Panthers, now it's about finding that consistency and making sure they just work together and stay as a team so they can get like first place and win the premiership. So,
absolutely, yeah.
But that's a good step forward for the Panthers.
Of course. And with their performance, Tyron Peachey, 2 tries.
Cleary was good.
Defensively as Ryan Toto. Jerome
Luai played good.
Jerome Luai played pretty good.
The haters wrong.
Yeah, he actually did. And he actually said in the interview.
One game in the season.
I know.
Do you think that's enough to get him? Nah. Do you, they might choose him because he's played.
Yeah, because they were saying about the Blues.
should get the two best players in the game right now is Hines and Cleary. You get them, I think you win the State of Origin.
State of Origin trophy.
We talked about this before.
Good win for Panthers and Roosters. They're on where we are right now, losing games again.
And watch them beat us on adversity.
Yeah.
Oh, they will for sure.
Always happens.
Well, anyways, next game, South Sydney defeated Tigers 20-0.
You know what?
Tigers.
Credit to them.
I've got to give credit to Tigers. They hang in there 6-0.
6-0 half time.
Wasn't that bad?
72 minutes was 8-0.
8-0.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game.
Oh, yeah.
I'll watch
that long, 8-0, 72 minutes, and then they scored 2 tries.
Far out, man.
But man, Tigers, man, they're putting up an effort now. It's like,
And I said that they might win.
yeah.
I would have thought Tigers would have won that game.
That's what I said last
But they
week.
hanging in there. But they had good defense the whole first half. They just hang.
Something's changed now with the Tigers.
I think they're starting to.
Now they're starting
Cowboys?
they're starting to have more belief in themselves.
Yeah,
They got
I think
the 2
they-
wins. Almost potentially could have caused an upset almost there. It was 8-0 still in the game. They got Cowboys next week, so they're looking good, the Tigers. I think now if they can keep on going, keep on trying to get wins and just play like that, they might avoid the spoon.
I think they will avoid the spoon.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Now, because they're starting to click a bit now with their attack, the defense, and that. I understand they're in the 17th position. They're going to get out of it somehow, but you don't know when. But since Benji Marshall is going to be the coach next year, I think he's going to adjust everything out. So if he's going to stay with Robbie Farah and maybe Scott Prince, you remember Scott Prince back in the days? He was a good player back in Tigers. So if they can fix up the whole junior development,
is he working with them?
I'm not too sure, but he will probably jump in.
Imagine this, boys.
Yeah.
Back to my point where I said Bulldogs wouldn't spoon favourites.
Yeah.
Imagine Tigers turning around, Dogs get a full team back in.
Yeah.
Imagine Tigers do better than the Dogs. Like I'd be so.
Nobody knows,
man.
bro. We can't say anything. We just got to watch the game every week.
That
to
would
see
be
what's gonna
embarrassing.
happen.
That would be embarrassing.
But you know, the ladder concerns us all the time. But I'm just saying my point. Souths, they were too easy. They won it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it wasn't the best performance.
It wasn't the best performance,
Rabbitohs,
but
the main
I would have thought Tigers would have won it.
Yeah, but the main thing at the end, you get the win. That's all that matters.
It is what it is. They won it 20-0.
But good signs for Tigers. I think they're pushing really. Like they want to focus on avoiding the spoon, like Samuel said.
Yeah.
If they got Cowboys, if they can get a few wins, it's looking good for them.
Well, next game, Cowboys defeated St. George 42-22.
I was watching that game. It was a very close game until they got that sin bin.
Yeah.
And then that
everything
ended
just
all the
changes,
hopes for Dragons. It was 28-6 or 22-6. It just went downhill from there for Dragons.
They conceded 3 tries when they got the penalty. I think it was 12-6. Then the sin bin happened and went to like 30-6. But yeah, that's the end for the Dragons with their coach. But we'll get
and their situation going on as well. Yeah.
But yeah, it's Cowboys slowly starting to pick up points now.
They are
back-to-back wins.
Back-to-back.
They got Tigers.
Maybe we'll get it right. Premiership winners.
Maybe. But yeah, Cowboys, if they beat the Tigers this week 3 in a row, so Cowboys starting to build confidence, and I think at the right moment in the season, because eventually if they lost those 2 games, they're going to start feeling, that's it, the season's over.
Drinkwater's looking good.
Yeah.
So many players that back then last year were their main players, they're stepping up.
I said it, I think, when they got that win against the Cowboys, I think it was last week. Yeah, last week, sorry. I thought that was the old Cowboys where beating the...
And today, last week was...
When their backs against the wall, they go and win. Yeah. Like how many times last season when they beat the big teams, when they weren't expected to, and they won it. Like they beat Panthers, I think, once. So, yeah, I'm happy for the Cowboys, and I think if they can keep it going, I think they're a big shout.
Anthony, what do you think about Dragons?
Bro, honestly, in this situation, what they're going through now since the sack of the coach and their performance against Cowboys,
they're going through tough times again.
I think they're going to go back to the tough times.
Yeah,
they've been through it and they're going to go through it again.
Yeah,
but it's a good move.
To sack him.
Yeah,
we've been calling it to sack him.
Of course, man. But what has he done the last few years? Nothing. He's never had a successful thing in his coaching career. Yeah. Only probably at Brisbane a bit, but not the best.
He hasn't got a top 8 too, so
never.
He hasn't been the best.
Yeah. But I've got to give credit to Cowboys. They played a dominant performance.
That was good.
They played a dominant performance.
That's it. Yeah.
Bro,
Cowboys, they're back in.
Cowboys, they're back in it now. If they're gonna start getting in back in it, they will be top 8 for sure.
I think they need one more big test.
Yes.
One more big game. Whoever their next big game is, I don't know.
Who you reckon against Brisbane? I would
next
say
week,
it could be Brisbane, Melbourne
next week.
Oh, do they?
But I don't know when their next big game is. But until if they can win that game, whoever it may be, then the
that's a big
Cowboys are
task.
back.
Yeah, it's a massive task for him. So
but I'm starting to see the old Cowboys
slowly
starting to creak in.
Yeah, they'll come back finals. I think they will.
Yeah.
But anyways, next game, Canberra Raiders defeated Para 26-18.
That was a tough game. Lots of fights.
I missed that one. I missed that.
That was a good game. You were at dinner watching the game, but man, that was a good match. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think it was expected. Everyone tipped Raiders.
But it was put a good fight.
Without Mitchell Moses, it was always going to be a tough task for the Eels to get the job done, especially at Canberra. Tough ground to win. A lot of teams, especially Dogs, I know, always struggle to beat them. And Raiders, I think 5 wins. It was a 6 or 5.
6 or 5.
What? Oh, no, it's 6.
No, it's 5.
Go look at JBK. Go look at John Bernard, what he said.
I'll check it later.
Wait,
It has 6 wins.
Keep talking.
We don't need to argue here. We can
that's
you know what I mean?
5 wins. They're top 5, I think now. If they win against Manly, they could get top 4. So things are looking good for Raiders.
They actually came back, Canberra Raiders.
Ever since
who would have thought they're going to jump back into the top 8?
Ever since Wyden, they've clicked.
Sorry, boys.
I think,
wait, 1 second. Sorry, boys. Just to prove my point. Look at John Bernard, the JBK show. Raiders win 6 in a row.
Yeah, he's probably right.
I know that, but I'm saying on the app, it's 5 wins.
But it's 6 in a row.
No, bro. How is it 6?
Even John Bernard is saying 6.
Go on the Raiders fixtures. Yeah, go on the Raiders fixtures. But
why is everyone saying 6?
I don't know.
Let me check. Relax. We don't want to argue here. All right, but listen. I want to give credit to Canberra Raiders. They had a good performance, and now they jumped back into the top 8. But you know what? It's going to remind me of back in 2019. Remember when they were in the grand final against Roosters? So if they're actually starting to prove a point now to jump back in the top 8, they need to start from now.
Yeah, like
till the end of the season. You know what I mean?
What position has been key for them? They're forward.
They're forwards and Jack Wyden too.
Unbelievable.
But you know what? Now since Jack Wyden's leaving the club end of the year,
it's giving that extra motivation.
I think he's going to give him that extra motivation and that extra strength. So he's probably saying to himself, we want to go to the finals. We want to make it to the semis and the grand final.
Yeah.
If they want to do that, they got to start.
Back on shovel.
I'd like to see Raiders. I want to see Raiders win it.
I would love to see it. Imagine Canberra Raiders and Brisbane.
Yeah.
That's true. Crazy.
It could be anyone's game. It could be anyone's.
Back on Chabot's point, their forwards have been massive.
That's
why they're winning games.
Tapane, who else is
that? Papali'i. Everyone, they've been stepping up, and that's why it's important. It takes
Young,
me back to
even
Dogs.
Hudson Young.
It takes me back to Dogs.
Albert Habawadi as well. He actually re-signed.
Is it Elliot Whitehead? His name is.
Yeah.
But I was saying it takes me back to 2012. The forward is the most the key in winning games because they make you the meters, they take you in good field position,
make the defense
and then
tired.
you can make the defense tired, making a lot of tackles. Even Warriors, their forward pack is amazing. That's what's helped them succeed and where they are this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know these boys? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, keep going.
I just figured it out. Why 6?
Yeah,
they had a boy.
Oh,
that's probably why. Yeah.
Anyways,
but that argument's now.
I had a feeling it was because of that.
But
I wanted to ask.
Their forwards are important. Forward in any team is important. It's evident in the Raiders and the Warriors. I think they have the best forward packs in the game.
Yep.
And that's why they're proving all the doubters wrong. That the forwards are the key. The forwards are leading them to these victories. And Raiders, man, they're looking strong.
But what do you think about Paris' performance after their loss?
I think it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but they're struggling at the moment.
Moses, I think it would have been a different game. I think they could have won that game.
Yeah, I think 3 of us called it. I won't make the 8 this year.
Absolutely not.
It's showing.
Yeah, it's showing. I even said after they overcame their first 5 fixtures, the tough ones, I said they're still not going to win a lot of games. Yeah. And it's happening now. They're struggling. They're not. I just think it's their defense that's letting them down. And Mitchell Moses there didn't help him at all because he's probably their main man that leads them to the victories. Yeah. But it's going to be a very tough season for them. I think
a struggle season, I'll say.
Just like the Bulldogs, I think struggling to get wins.
They're better than the Dogs.
Of course, they're 100% better than Dogs. Yeah. But I think they just need to click. They have the players, the same players. Yes, they lost Marnie Papali'i. But if they can just get a few wins, then that whole team would be filled with confidence.
Yes.
And you know where the Eels can go. They've done it so many years consistently. So Eels is just a matter of time just to get those wins, and then eventually they'll start to be more confident in themselves and believe that they can win.
Absolutely.
But I think that's what's messing them up.
Next game, Newcastle.
Ponga 46, clinic, man.
So
3
26.
try assists for Ponga, I think, and a try. I tipped Knights.
Yeah,
I think as well.
You didn't tip.
No, I tipped Knights.
I think I tipped against them.
I was the only.
I think we put Newcastle.
I was the only one.
We tipped Knights.
Yeah, you put Titans.
You put two Titans.
I don't do the tips anymore.
Oh, you don't do it?
Yeah.
No, but I was the only one to tip Knights.
But
I know, Ponga, man.
I saw it coming. Ponga smashed it.
The curse ends.
Yeah.
Ponga's but yeah, the question is if you can keep it consistent.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a week bye. Had a week, extra week to train and whatnot. It's coming off fresh off a bye.
They got Sharks this week.
Game.
That's a tough. That's a big task.
Now it's
that's where it matters
now.
now.
Been putting up big fights.
They actually did, yeah.
Especially against like these teams,
Panthers, Manly.
Sharks. It's not going to be an easy game for Sharks.
Yeah,
Knights could cause an upset there. And Sharks, we'll get into that, but they've been inconsistent too this season.
Even Titans, they're the first team ever in NRL history to score
26 points.
So 26 points.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good, but
it's good, but weird too.
Weird too.
But don't forget how many times they always win a game and they lose a game.
It's not good because they're losing games and winning.
But as long as they win the
it's
game,
like back and forth, like 1-1-1.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that's how it is.
Titans. Yes, it was. Look, Titans are never going to go on a 4, 5, 6 winning streak. Never.
Absolutely not.
They probably go 2, maybe 3, but then lose again.
And then,
that's
absolutely.
Always very inconsistent, but they get more wins than they lose. So Titans, they're strong. It's going to be a big task for Bulldogs to get the win. Their attack's crazy.
Yeah.
Our defense
and
is
David Fafita, bro.
We'll get to our tips.
We'll get to it there.
Man, he's crazy this year.
Yeah.
I think he's been the third. I'll say top 5 player of the competition this year.
He's been
Origin. Oh my gosh!
He's surely gets a pick
with
up
a good team.
For sure, bro. Can't wait.
And he's in Titans. Imagine with a stronger team.
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, he's so good.
You know, I think he should go back to Broncos.
Fafita?
That's where he started.
Bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He'll be a gun.
He'd be crazy, man.
But now because they've got a top team now, bro. You got Martin Tapau, Adam Reynolds. Who else?
They got a
Carrington,
team full of
bro, those type of players are so good. Anyways, the last game, Cronulla defeated Manly, 20-14.
I saw that.
That's
a short
game. Tough game.
Tough game. I missed that one as well.
No,
it was Mother's Day actually.
First half, Sharks played so good, but Manly came in second half.
They came out.
Their habits from last year are creeping in now. They're starting to expose who they were. I think it was a false start for them in a way that everyone said, they're back, they're going to get top 8. But now, again, they just feel dead, no attack. Turbo's not shining for them. So when Turbo doesn't play, Manly
I think they're starting to lack off a bit, Manly. They're not like... They were in the top 8 before at the start.
Yeah.
But then I don't know just what happened. Like, it just like that, clicked.
And of course, they got smashed round one.
Absolutely. After that, we should have won that game anyways, but we can't say much.
We move on.
We got to move on.
And Anthony's still on that game.
Yeah, I know.
But
anyways, and Dolphins actually had the bye as well for the weekend.
They're going to come off fresh next week, man.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But Sharks quickly.
Yeah.
Talika wasn't playing that game.
I didn't say that.
He was
injured
and he's injured again. But that's Sharks, if they can keep winning games, they
Sharks I just feel Sharks sometimes.
Lack of concentration.
Concentration.
Because they seem to lose games against the easy teams.
The teams they should be beating. And if you want to win the premiership, you can't do that.
Yeah,
so from these early signs, I don't think Sharks will win the premiership because
they'll make finals.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But because of these games where they're losing when they should,
and they rely too much on Hines.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
because all the pressure's on him.
Yeah, if Hines comes out. You see, they struggled at the start of the season. They were like 3 losses in a row. So
there's still time to fix it. But if they're still losing to these small teams, then you can't win the final.
That's true.
Anyways, guys, this week will be the round 12 Indigenous round. Sorry, we got the first game: Brisbane Broncos versus Penrith Panthers. Who do you have, boys?
Good starter.
I think if Reynolds was there, I would probably tip Broncos because they're at home. But I'm gonna go Panthers.
Yeah, I'm definitely saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Panthers after after their big win against Roosters. So I think Penrith is gonna win it.
Yeah,
too strong.
They're playing at Suncorp.
Yeah. But they're the favourites, Penrith, to win.
Like I said, if Reynolds was there, I think different story. Different game.
No, for sure. But you never know. But I'm saying Panthers.
I'm going to say Penrith.
It could be another big game for Luai as he tries to get his spot for Origin.
So last game before selection.
Yeah, so he would want to. So that's the motivation for him to get the squad. So maybe that's why Panthers could win that game.
I'll go Panthers too.
Yeah, all Penrith. Yeah. So we'll agree on Penrith. Next game Friday night, St George versus Roosters. I'm going to say Roosters.
Considering their
loss against Penrith, they'll bounce back. St George is like out of their prime.
Yeah, and with no coach.
Roosters is going to win it anyways.
Yeah, I reckon Roosters will win.
I think Roosters will win, but underestimate Dragons because new coach. When you see a new coach leaves, the players there's something different within themselves when their coach leave when they're struggling. New coach, it could
like a free slate.
Yeah. So they'll be playing their own game.
So I'll go Roosters. I don't think they'll smash them.
Yeah, Roosters are bad,
but they'll just play comfortably.
That's a massive loss.
Massive, and Brandon Smith's he's still out as well.
He's playing.
Oh, is he?
I don't know that. But yeah, I think Roosters will. But Manu's been their only. I think their only spark.
Yeah.
Without him, I think they've been struggling. So I'll go Roosters just.
Yeah, I think so. Roosters just probably. Yeah, they'll probably just win probably like 8 points or something.
Or maybe 0.5 points.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Well, next game we got Souths and Parramatta. I'm going to say Souths.
Souths by like 20.
Yeah. Or even 13 plus.
Souths by 13 plus. 30 plus.
I'll say 1 to 12.
You reckon?
1 to 12 Souths.
Yeah, it might be close. Mitchell Moses back, don't forget. But
I just see they're too strong at the moment. Rabbitohs, man. They're crazy.
I think they've been the best team this season.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Had that good start. They're still doing good, but Rabbitohs have really stepped it up another
level. Yeah.
So I think Rabbitohs should be an easy win, but Eels, so they could just pull off a
miracle.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're all tipping Souths.
Yep. So quickly, we all went Panthers, Roosters, Eels,
Rabbitohs. Yeah. Next game we got Cronulla and Newcastle. I want to start with this first. These two teams, they played really good with their performance on the weekend, but it's going to be a hard game.
Yeah.
Because, bro, Cronulla, they're too strong. Newcastle, they just like...
I could see a golden
won it
point.
comfortably as well. But my gut feeling is telling me just Cronulla.
I think golden point.
Maybe it could be a draw game.
They've done it to Manly, they've done it to Panthers. I could see, and it's not at their home ground. It's some other stadium, so which could be an advantage.
Oh, it's at Coffs Harbour.
Yeah, it's an advantage to Knights. Yeah. So I think it'll be Sharks by like 1 point, 2 point. I think it'll be very close.
What do you reckon, Bill?
I'd love to say Knights.
I'm gonna say Knights, bro. I don't know. I got a feeling Knights.
Maybe.
Just because.
Yeah. So use the tipping Cronulla?
I'm going to tip Sharks.
Yeah, I'm tipping Sharks
like
as well.
2 points or something like
probably
that.
2 points or probably golden point.
It'll be a close
I'd
game.
love to see Knights win.
Yeah, that'll be good. Next game, we got West Tigers and Cowboys. I'm going to say Cowboys.
West Tigers,
Cowboys.
I'm going to go Cowboys. I think they're now in form. They're kicking gear. Cotter's playing good. Drinkwater. So everyone's really starting to play good. And I think... I feel the old Cowboys is, as I said, creeping back in.
Yeah.
And I feel they'll get this one. I think maybe I'm going to say something sent me 13 plus Cowboys.
Yeah, you know
think
what?
Cowboys.
Cowboys as well, yeah.
Look, Cowboys are on form.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Tigers 1 to 12.
I just feel Tigers, they're lacking something in their attack.
Yeah, something missing in there.
Really,
I know, they just can't finish. But I didn't watch that Rabbitohs game, but like judging it by the score and the statistics and whatever.
An easier team that could have won.
No, I'm saying that's South Sydney, man. You go 6-0 and 8-0 up until 72 minutes, 72nd minute in the game.
That's good.
It's the top side, mate. They got something going. I mean, they're not an A+ side, and Cowboys are coming off a very, very good game. But I'm saying Tigers 1 to 12.
I'm saying Cowboys.
You seem to like tipping Tigers this year.
I think he's going for the opposite.
I always said it. I have a soft spot for like Tigers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think Cowboys. I think Cowboys big win.
Yeah, big massive win. Yeah, for sure. So we got the next game. We got Dolphins versus Melbourne. This is hard. This is hard.
Where they playing?
Suncorp in Brisbane.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Melbourne have been inconsistent this season. Dolphins have been causing a lot of upsets.
Yeah.
At Suncorp, I'm tipping the Dolphins.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm going to tip Dolphins as well because they just had a bye, so they probably have a bit of an advantage, I would say.
And Wayne Bennett, I'm only tipping him also because of him. Wayne Bennett knows what to do with them. So
but don't get me wrong, Melbourne, they played really good against Brisbane.
But still,
there's still a bit of things that need to fix on a bit, but Dolphins are going to come out firing.
I think
Bellamy versus Bennett.
that's right.
So that's what we're going to talk about very soon.
Upset win against Sharks.
Yeah.
They're going to be so they want to repeat that upset again against Storm. So
it's going to be close.
Dolphins.
It's going to be close.
Dolphins.
Melbourne can win, of course, because you know what Melbourne are. They have great players, but Dolphins, man, they're just defying the odds right now. They're beating every team. So I'm going to go Dolphins.
Dolphins
just.
Yeah, Dolphins as well.
I'm saying Dolphins.
Yeah, all right. We got Sunday's game, 2 o'clock, Dogs and Titans.
Ride it off.
I don't know, man.
Titans win.
I've got a feeling Dogs might win it.
No. I mean,
I think
Adakar's back.
Yeah, that's a good thing about it.
Alawapu's starting 6.
Yeah,
Adakar does good
that's
against
right, yeah.
Adakar. always
And then
does
Josh
good
Reynolds
against
actually on the bench now as well. So
but I'm still saying Titans.
I'm saying Dogs.
I
we're going to
think
start playing good until our defense is strong.
Yeah.
If our defense is going to keep doing this, we're not going to win
Absolutely,
a lot of games.
I've tipped Dogs too many times this year.
I'm tipping Titans.
I'm
I tipped
Titans.
Warriors last week. I was right. I'm
Yeah,
tipping
you were right.
Titans, and I will be
Absolutely
right.
I'm tipping Titans.
I'm sticking with Dogs.
I think we're really struggling at the moment.
Yeah, we are struggling,
Titans,
but
we're not going to cope with their attack.
Yeah.
Our
Their
defense
attack
is
is
too
better, man.
crap, and our attack is not even that good. Their defense is terrible. Our attack won't even get past their defense.
Even
That's
us
how bad it is.
Even us under Potter last season, we were doing good and we just beat them 36-26. And now we're in a bad position.
yeah,
I'm not tipping Dogs anymore, man.
Yeah, no.
I'm going to stick with them. I'm the complete
You know what?
opposite.
Good on you, Anthony, man.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
It's our home team. What do we
It gets
do?
to a certain point
Yeah.
just
where
can't
you
take
tip Dogs
anymore.
like you boys every
Oh,
week.
always, and we just
And it gets
keep
to a
losing.
certain point where like you can't tip them anymore, man.
Yeah, I know,
They always
I know.
let us down.
Every time I tip them,
Yeah,
I tip against them, we win. So
there you go. So that's what I'm
I'm
tipping
doing it
them.
for their sake.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm tipping them from Dogs.
I'm
The
tipping
last game we got Canberra Raiders and Melbourne. No, I mean Manly. Sorry, my bad. Sorry,
Well,
Melbourne.
Raiders.
I think Raiders. Too strong,
Raiders.
too dominant, too
Is
good.
that their home ground?
Yeah, home game.
They'll get their 7th win.
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
seven wins in a row.
win.
They probably go 10-0 soon.
Yeah, they
Yeah, soon
happen.
if they keep it up. They
I
got
hope so.
Dolphins. Not Dolphins. They got Dragons. I think the week after.
Yeah, they'll
so
probably beat them easy.
I think-
so.
Raiders.
Yeah,
no,
Raiders. as
they're
well.
flying
Surely
right
they
now.
keep it. So that's a wrap up for our round 12 tips. Now we're going to move on to something that came in just yesterday. Anthony Griffin sacked by the Dragons. I think it was long overdue. I think it was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What next for the Dragons?
Look, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. After the sacking, he has done nothing the last 3 or how many
3 years,
seasons?
4
3
years,
years, 4
whatever.
seasons, 4 years, 4 years season. I can't even say it. Sorry, 4 years of his season as a Dragons coach. They need to fix up their management as well because they don't have the proper team to fix up their team up and their team as well, like the players and that. So I think it was a good move they sacked him. But who's going to be the next coach as a Dragons coach? I have no idea.
I'm going to tell you something.
There's a lot of former Dragons
I
players.
said a couple
Yeah.
podcasts a couple weeks ago. I know Dragons too well.
Yeah.
I said there's no point sacking Anthony Griffin because they're going to get someone that has no experience and
Absolutely,
he's
yeah.
on the level of Griffin. They're linked to the Roosters assistant coach.
Jason.
Oh,
Niles.
Jason Ross. He used to
the-
play for Dragons back in the days. He
Matt
did.
Cooper.
Ben Hornby.
There's Matt Cooper, Jamie
That's what I'm
Soward as
saying.
well.
They're going-
I would love to see
they're
Jamie
going
Soward.
for the coaches, the easy options,
The cheaper one too.
The
Yeah.
cheaper options, they're not going to get the club anywhere. So
Yeah.
the biggest manager coaches now they should get is Hasler or Shane Flanagan.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
That
Shane
is-
turned it down. I
Turn
don't
down,
know.
get Hasler, whatever, because that is the coach you need if you want to get top 8.
Hasler
These
will bring-
small coaches are not going to get you anywhere.
I don't know about Hasler, man.
No, look,
He's
I don't
better
know.
than any.
Hasler's known to just always stuff up club right at the end,
Yeah, he does.
but he's going to bring a strict
Stricter rules, you would say. Yeah.
like strict rules into the club. He'll give the players a better mentality. For
yeah.
Bulldogs, when he used to coach them, the players used to get scared of him, and that's
They-
what pushed
even
them
Baba
to
said
win.
it on the
Yeah,
pod.
that's what pushed them to win, and so
Yeah.
I think they need someone like that into the club. He'll lay the foundations, set all the rules, and just make him a stronger team. And to be honest, as much as I don't like Hasler, especially what he's done to the Bulldogs and where we are now,
and what he did, yeah.
I think it will be a good move to get that experienced coach because he's won, I think, 2-3 premierships.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Something like that.
honestly, I know Dragons.
They
We know
won't- they won't
Dragons
get
too
anybody.
well.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
They'll get the cheapest option, and it's just not going to end well for
Look,
them.
there is other options as well. I would say, I don't know, Jamie Soward, because he's won a premiership with Dragons.
Soward?
Yeah.
He's not even a coach.
Bro, he's not even a coach.
No, I know, but he used to play for Dragons back in the
think
day.
he'll be
It's
together.
Maybe, you don't know.
It'll be worse than Anthony Griffin.
I don't know. No, but he's still young, Jamie Soward.
No, but
Mate, he has a
that's
bit
if
of
he has
Unless he
coaching.
gets a good assistant coach with him.
Mate, yeah, if they have a proper person that will stay
If
with
they got a
him,
proper system around him and management around him, maybe
Yeah.
it could work. But
they need to
it's a
start,
stretch if you were to get
but
Jamie
you know
Soward.
what? On top of that, since the sack of Anthony Griffin as well, I think they need to start getting rid of players as well.
Yeah.
They need to start getting rid of players. Even Moses Suli, he wasn't even happy
To be
about
honest,
it too.
I don't think they should sell any players.
Do you reckon?
They've got a very strong team. On paper, it's very strong. They've got Sloan. They've got what's his name? I can't.
Glomax.
Ravalala.
They
They've got
DeBellin.
Ben Hunt, Sullivan.
Yeah, but
DeBellin,
there isn't the next topic that we're going to talk
solid
about.
team.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, if it was like up to you, say you were the board of the Dragons right now, who's the coach you're going to bring in to try and get him out of the
It's hard. It's very hard. I don't know who to bring. Look, you'd rather get someone cheap?
I think Shane Flanagan.
I think Trent Barrett.
Well, if
Trent Barrett,
That
will live with
him. You know why that could work? Because
he was a former Dragon player.
Yeah, because he played for Dragon and he grew up with them.
Yeah, he actually did.
It's always when you get the player that loves the club, knows the club well, it works well for them.
Being for real.
I'm not saying it works.
You're tipping Barrett.
No. Because you mentioned Barrett. I said it won't be a bad option because he loves the club. You know what? If you love the club, you want the best for them, and it can go.
Or even Ben Hornsby as well. Remember Ben Hornsby?
He's linked with them too.
But he's missed out. It's Shane Flanagan.
I think Shane Flanagan.
That's linked.
If Shane Flanagan leaves right now with Manly as assistant, I think he should just jump in straight away.
Help the team.
Get a better team.
Yeah.
And start a new game.
He'll probably sign Kyle Flanagan if he does join.
Yeah, if Flanagan leaves.
But boys,
yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Do you think with the departure of Anthony Griffin, do you think Ben Hunt would leave?
I think he's gone.
I think he's signed because I heard Braven said it on the NRL 360 last night that he could potentially come to Dogs.
Yeah. He said that's a better fit.
That's a better fit for him.
But I don't know.
I reckon that's true.
It could happen.
We said
it could happen.
If Shane Flanagan was to join Dragons, I think Kyle Flanagan will join there, and we get Ben Hunt. Like
they'll
do it. I think I reckon what they should do, they do a swap deal immediately. So if Kyle Flanagan goes to Dragons, we buy Ben Hunt, and he can pair with what's name, Matt Burton.
Our team will be complete at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
2024
if we get Ben Hunt next year, that's it. It's written in the stars.
Absolutely,
we're getting the premiership.
And Braven Asta even said it. He said if Ben Hunt goes to Dogs, he'll be a perfect fit.
Our team will be stacked.
Yeah, it will be stacked.
Marnie, Burden, Crichton,
Bronson Jerry, and Stephen Crichton.
Ben Hunt,
the Fox.
It'll make my statement true.
Even Jacob Carraz,
But this time, look, Bulldogs the past year, it's because we don't have a number 7.
That's right. We've been saying it for so long. Again.
No number 7. And that's why we've been struggling. Foreign came in. He done a bit, but injuries cost us.
He did.
See a lot of him.
But
Ben Hunt is the answer. If we get Ben Hunt, we've got a number 7.
Yeah,
he'll guide Burden. He'll help Burden so much. He'll help Kawalawapu. And then we've got he hasn't won a premiership. He's won Origins.
Grand final.
Up there, he's been grand final.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
perfect.
He's the Dogs.
I would love to see Ben Hunt to be in Dogs.
He's a good player,
Him and Burden.
33, who have 3 years in him.
But you know what? I would love. Look, I'm saying if Ben Hunt comes, because Serrato will have a game plan and a program to see how they're going to adjust, like with their combinations, because we need those type of players like Kikau, Mariner on the right side, or Kikau on the left side with the Fox and Jacob Carraz and that. You know what I mean? They need to start to adjust a bit, like to fix up their programs. I think everything would be just right.
But hope it does.
But I want to see Hunt and Dogs.
It'll be good. It'll be.
But I think we should put this on TikTok, as in.
I think we'll do something about Ben Hunt. Yeah, we should do something.
If we don't, I don't know if Ben Hunt comes. Bird will probably go back to 6.
Yeah,
pretty sure. But if we don't fix that 7 problem, and we don't, if next year we're heading with no number 7, we're not going to do good.
But Marnie's playing good too as a hooker. Don't get me wrong, he is.
I can't wait for 2024. If we were to get him, well,
number 7 is the only
only option.
We need.
I think we've been linked with him too.
Ben Hunt, we were linked with him before he signed the deal with Dragons. But breaking news, guys. I think it was yesterday or a couple of days ago.
Yesterday, I think it was.
Yesterday, Bellamy re-signed for Melbourne Storm for another year.
Guess you convinced Bellamy to stay.
Munster.
Cameron Munster?
Yeah.
Good on him.
He's like all the executive, all the board, all the players that still wanted him in the team.
Because they love him, man. Craig Bellamy has always been their best coach at Storms. Right? And I know he swears, I know he goes off his rocket because he wants the team to win. He wants to,
in my opinion, that's what makes a good coach.
That's the type of mentality coach you need to have
that's what in
the NRL. We've said it a few weeks back as well.
You can't be calm. Sometimes I just see and wonder. I feel Serrato's that coach is just.
He's going to get there. He will get there.
He's very calm.
He is. But he'll get his moments in his days.
As much as a coach can be good, you need a coach that gets angry at your players. And look, I don't know what goes behind the sheds, but just sometimes I just feel they finish the half terrible. They come out, we'll think, okay, they're going to be better, and then the same thing happens.
As much as it's a good move for Melbourne, I just don't think. I think Bellamy's time's up at Melbourne. Because quickly, honestly, in comparison, when. I'm just going to relate this to Arsene Wenger, Arsenal coach. He was at the club for 20 years or something, similar to Bellamy. But towards the end, the playing football style wasn't the best. Started to lose games. They weren't as good as they were before. And that's why I see with Melbourne a bit. They're starting to fade away. They're not that dominant force from previous years. So Look, it's not bad. I think he still has got a lot to offer, but I just don't think it's the right move for him. I think his time's up.
Extending it might not ruin his career, but in a way end it in a bad way.
Yeah.
End his legacy in the wrong way.
Because you can see
I don't think so.
decline for the last 2 years. They haven't been.
Yeah, but I don't think so. I feel if Pappenhausen comes back next year...
maybe,
he won't come back this year. I don't think so.
I think it's over.
I don't think so. He'll probably play next year.
So
there's no signs of him coming back.
One more final year for Bellamy. All the players want to play for Bellamy.
Premiership.
But I don't say, no. Not 24.
That's our year, Bill.
That's our year. But I'm saying like they'll have a stellar season. Like for his last season.
Yeah.
And I think that's it. I don't think
maybe Dogs.
He won't resign.
We'll get our revenge against Melbourne in the final.
Hopefully. I
hope so.
But Bellamy. I agree with Bill. I think he's still got more in him.
Yeah.
To give to Melbourne. But then I agree with your point. Sometimes overstaying is maybe could affect the team.
Yeah.
And you could see around this year, last year, Melbourne haven't been the same. So what makes you feel that they're going to do good next year?
I don't know.
They're going to have a bit of a struggle with them.
I mean,
they're going to have a bit of a struggle in them because since Craig Bellamy re-signed, they're going to start struggling.
Who's the better coach, Bellamy or Bennett?
I think Bennett. Bennett is the GOAT.
I think Bennett.
He's the GOAT of the coach.
I'm going to say Bennett. Yeah. So that's a no-brainer. If you compare the stats,
he's achieved a lot.
But read the stats for us.
So this is from last year. This is before the Dolphins.
Okay.
So Bennett. So this is high for Bennett. So Bennett, NRL wins 554 out of 886 games. He's got a 62.5% win percentage. He's made it to 10 grand finals, 7 grand final wins, 6 minor premierships, and Dalian Coach of the Year. He's won it 3 times. He's coached Queensland, Australia, England and Great Britain
as well.
But if you compare it to Bellamy, he's got a 70% win ratio.
Oh, wow.
9 grand finals, 5 grand final wins, 8 minor premierships, 6 coaches of the year, Dalian, and he's only had his coach. Has he coached New South Wales?
He's coached New South Wales. He's back. Yeah, he did.
Bellamy?
Yeah, Craig Bellamy. But we still lost either way.
Right. Yeah, so...
Why I edge Bennett is because he's done it at a few clubs.
Because he's achieved a lot.
Stayed at one club.
He achieved a lot with Brisbane Broncos, St. George as well.
And when you stay at one club,
it's easier for you because you know the club well. You've adapted to where you're at Melbourne, wherever you're staying at. But Bellamy, he's done it at Melbourne, Broncos, Dragons, Knights, Dolphins, Rabbitohs. He's done it everywhere and he's been successful at all those clubs.
Look, I 100% agree. Bennett is the GOAT coach. But bro,
stats are gone to Bellamy.
6 Dalian coaches of the year.
What did he
to Bennett's, I think 3.
Yeah. So it's a 2% difference. I would say.
I mean, the stats are not like totally different.
Yeah.
It's like one-offs and whatever.
I just think Bennett
Bennett, considering
I used to say the opposite. I used to say Bellamy.
But now, I've changed my mind.
With the Storms dynasty with Slater,
he was crazy.
Smith.
But I'm saying Bennett, but.
The only reason why I'm saying Bennett
is because he's gone places.
He's gone club to club, and he's won mainly every single
majority. It makes it even better.
Absolutely. What was it? Broncos, Knights.
He won out Broncos. He won out Dragons. He guided Knights to preliminary finals. Final. He's got 3 preliminary final under Rabbitohs. Grand final 2. He's a magnificent coach.
Theory. All right, Serrato not doing too good for the Dogs. Dogs bored of get rid of Serrato. Bellamy's he had a 1-year stint with Dolphins. He's like, that's it. I want to move on. Dogs signed Bellamy.
Imagine that.
Sorry, Bennett. Getting fucking
Bennett.
Dogs signed Bennett. I don't know about Bennett. I think I said Bellamy.
Do you reckon that will happen later on?
I'm saying about Dolphins. So he leaves Dolphins. Dogs want a new coach. They sign Bennett.
He wins us the crown.
Imagine, man. Oh, bro.
I would love
that's
that.
That's it, man. That's
That'll
the
be
dream.
mad. Bennett at the Dogs.
Oh, I would love to see that.
He even suits us.
But when that is going to happen, if he has
us.
enough in his tank, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Serrato's our coach, and he's the man.
He's the man.
Believe, 100% he's going to leave.
Yeah, he will. It's going to take time. I
always said before, it was a risk.
Yeah.
And now I stick with him.
I don't see it, Serrato, bro. I look, good coach, whatever. But I don't see it with, you can see signs of attack. Like, he's an attacking coach, isn't he?
No, defensive.
Defense coach.
Defensive.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, doesn't matter. But you can still, he's made really, not significant changes with the Dogs that I've seen. Yet.
I think that, the first 5 games we did.
Yeah, we did.
And the injuries came.
Well, anything could be better than last year.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Look, I think last year and this year is not bad at the moment right now. But the previous, it was bad.
Yeah, but
when we had Barrett and who else? We had Kevin Moore.
Oh yeah.
No, and even what's his name?
Dean Pay.
Yeah,
they were the worst.
He was good, man.
He was good.
No, he was not bad.
I rated him.
Good.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was back in 2018. Remember 2018, we were undefeated.
And we came
that last
back
7-8
almost,
games,
yeah.
and we were close to make finals that time.
man.
But look, before we wrap this NRL talk up, Indigenous round is this week.
Yep.
And they've just released the jersey for every club. And
You want to show it to him, Bill?
Yeah.
Bill will
I'll put
get
it
it
on
up.
the screen, but I'll
But
show
let's
you
just
boys.
talk about what's your favourite top five jerseys,
Everyone go
Indigenous
fifth.
jerseys this
Everyone
week.
Start Sami.
Go fifth. Oh, do I say my top 5?
Your top 5.
Okay, so fifth, I went the Eels jersey.
Yeah.
Fourth, the Panthers. Third, Dragons.
All right.
Second,
Okay.
Bulldogs. And then first, Cowboys.
Okay,
You went Dragons.
I like the Dragons.
Nah, I did not like it. Okay, let me go.
Hey, let me pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah, get it up so we can
Dragons
just
was
go-
nice,
go
bro.
on.
I don't know. I
Have
like
you got it
it.
on you? Do you got it
So
on
we'll
your
do this for
I got it on my
TikTok.
phone,
That'll be
phone?
mad.
I think it's easier.
I like
Okay,
the
yeah.
Dragons one. The
So
Dragons
me,
was mad.
go with mine. I went Dolphins fifth.
Yeah.
I went Tigers fourth.
Okay.
I went Bulldogs third.
Third, Bulldogs.
Yeah, I went second Broncos.
All right.
And I went first Cowboys.
Cowboys first.
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, they got a nice jersey, but I don't know about
Look at the Broncos
Cowboys.
one. You didn't like. Look at Broncos.
I went Cowboys first.
Wait, Broncos.
The first one.
Yeah.
I like it.
I got on
All
my
right.
phone
All
too.
right. Let me.
So I can see.
All right, Anthony, you want to go for
You
yours?
want to go first, Anthony?
My top 5. So fifth.
Wait, one sec.
Oh, what
I'll
is
see
it?
what
Oh,
we
Okay.
Go.
So my top 5 is Cronulla. Number 5 is Cronulla Sharks.
All right.
Number 4, I got Brisbane Broncos. Number 3 is
Really? Second
Yeah.
last?
number 3 South Sydney.
Fuck me. All right.
Second will be Bulldogs, and number 1 will be West Tigers.
All right. Tigers. at
Because
first?
don't forget you got Brett Naden, what's his name, Laurie as well,
Yeah.
for the fullback.
What's it? What is
We're talking about the jersey, but
The jersey, yeah, I'm just saying because they're Aboriginals.
yeah.
Because,
Yeah, but I'm saying
Because-
we're talking about jersey designs.
yeah, no, I'm saying about the
Okay,
design.
Bill,
It's
what do you
actually
go for?
nice. The jerseys.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice.
The way how they done it, it looks really, really
we're
nice.
all completely different.
It
Yeah,
is.
I know.
All right. So
Dogs
fifth,
always they do good on the
Okay,
jerseys.
Bill, what'd you go?
so fifth, I went Titans. Not a bad jersey. I
No,
like.
Titans
I
actually decent. I was gonna
I
go
like,
with
I like the
them.
pattern. It works well with the blue and the yellow.
Yeah.
Fourth, I went Cowboys. I like that little centerpiece in the middle. It's like nice and simple. Third, I went Manly. I just love those texture designs where it's like the whole jersey with the patterns and whatnot. I love that design. Second, I went Broncos. Broncos, really, I was chopping and changing between first and second.
I didn't like
Broncos. Do have, like they
it's
make
good.
some nice Indigenous.
I just
Always.
don't like it because it's too messy.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
let me
The colors, they just work well together, man.
Yeah.
If you just look
No,
at
it
it,
works well.
it's
It
just,
works
even
well.
with the sponsor,
Perfect.
it just,
Yeah,
it just
yeah,
all
nah.
blends. And first, again, not biased. I'm gonna go with the dogs, man.
Dogs are high. I
Dogs
like
have
the jersey.
the nicest.
Yeah, they
Indigenous
always do.
jersey
You,
design.
you guys don't like Dragons?
No.
Dragons,
It's
I
nice,
don't
bro.
see it.
I love that whole black.
I don't
and
like
it's
the
just
black.
there. I love it.
Too much black.
Doesn't stand out. Doesn't stand out at all.
The worst one I have to say is probably
You guys don't like
Rabbitohs.
Dolphins too?
No,
I put Dolphins
Rabbitohs
fifth.
doesn't. No, I'll put Rabbitohs
Dolphins, you
third.
don't
Dolphins, I don't like
No,
it.
I'll put
I like it.
Rabbitohs third. It doesn't look that bad, really.
Dolphins is every. Sorry, Rabbitohs is everywhere.
Rabbitohs has always been their what's that important heritage.
Yeah, they always make. I like the Anzac jersey. Rabbitohs. They
Yeah, the
they
Anzac.
made a
Yeah,
nice
but I'm
Anzac
talking
jersey.
about for
Even
the
we do good-
Indigenous.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but
St George's one doesn't look that nice. Really.
I don't
St.
know how
George-
you went St
I like
George.
it.
I don't like it. Everyone got a different
I
taste.
love how it's black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's red here. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
No, but Tigers, how they have that detail on it, like,
Yeah, I
all
like
the
it, yeah.
all those dot points
Yeah,
and the circle on it. They do it
that-
really
for
good
me,
for it.
sometimes that's just like all those
'Cause
ones.
it means a lot
It's
to
out
them,
of
yeah.
All what
it's
we've
simple,
said,
you've seen
it's-
that. That's why I like the Dragons.
Yeah.
It's something
Yeah.
different.
What we've all said is dogs and Broncos that are the best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Surprised
But
I
look,
didn't go Broncos in
but
one.
look, off
You got
topic.
bad. Sam's got bad taste.
bad
Yeah,
taste.
but
I
look,
didn't like it. I didn't like it.
But look, I'm just saying off topic as well, like with the Indigenous people, Haram, like, because they've gone through
Yeah,
a
they
lot
have.
of struggleness, a lot of history in their past and that. But you know what? Back in the day, like in the days, their generation, they were stolen by the what's the name, the English people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
yeah.
Because you know what, I want to say sorry to the Aboriginal people because you know what, we have so much respect for them, and you know what, they're just like us. We're all
100%.
humans.
Yeah,
you
that's-
know what I mean.
you know what, bro?
That's how much we respect them. And
I always
they're
saw
our
you
country,
boys. I love the Indigenous culture.
Yeah,
I love
it's
the
good.
culture. I love the
like
music.
the song, the music.
bro. And you know what, my dream.
What's that? What's
The didgeridoo.
that bush that they burn? I love the smell of it.
I don't know.
Oh, they always do that.
The
It's
Bulldogs
tradition.
actually done that at the preseason as
like,
well.
I love the
They always
smell.
do that,
The
yeah.
eucalyptus or
Some
whatever.
that I'm not sure.
I don't know what it is.
I love the culture.
But you
I
know
love
what?
the dances, the
but
tradition.
my dream is actually to go to Uluru to see that the whole.
They'll be mad.
Yeah, they'll be
That'll
actually
be
mad
such an
and
experience.
experience
Yeah.
something. You know what I
Anthony,
mean?
2024 Prime Minister.
Back on
Imagine that.
Back on your point, we're going very off topic. But
How easy going?
when you think about it, like
Yeah.
it's like back in those days about how like segregated and whatever, all that stuff going. It's like doesn't seem real that happened. Yeah, like they weren't like it was basically like in America where they had coloured and white.
Yeah,
like, they weren't allowed in pubs. Like our grandfather, he used to bring him in.
He brought,
They actually did. Like, but I love their music. It's just something about it. It's so tradition. And you know what? There's always and the dance as well. You know, there's one bloke. I don't know if you go to the Blue Mountains up 1 hour drive. There's a bloke who always plays the didgeridoo and everything.
Yeah, it's nice.
We always give him a tip, and he always says. He always goes to a Lebanese restaurant. I don't know why. No, but honestly, I've got to give credit
all
to
respect to them.
All respect to the Aboriginals.
It's good that
we love you guys.
It's fitting. You have to have an Indigenous round.
Absolutely,
a lot of players that are Indigenous in each team.
Of course.
Cody
and they always reflect
Latrell Mitchell as well. But you know what? They got to be proud of it. Honestly,
even when it's not Indigenous round, they always reflect on
100%.
Absolutely. I think I agree with them.
Well, that's a wrap to the NRL talk, guys. Let's move on to the Premier League. Samuel.
Premier League now.
Massive news. Arsenal were out of the title race after that defeat to Brighton. Now it looks like City they've won the league. All they have to do is beat Chelsea this week, and that would end any hope of us winning it. A miracle, doubt it. But what do you think about that? Arsenal out.
Look, we said it a few weeks ago on the pod, like when Arsenal were really in it, they were first on the ladder. It's Arsenal's title to lose. We said they had one hand on it.
Yeah.
And then they let that hand go. City's now put probably two hands on it now. It's theirs to win. They beat Chelsea, they're Premier League champions. I think it's their 5th time in the 7-year reign Pep's been there. He's something like that. Yeah, they've been dominant, Man City. And it's a bit annoying because, look, as I'm a United fan,
sick of them winning it.
Sick of City winning it. Of course, them being a rival. It would have been good seeing Arsenal win it, someone different. But I'm happy Arsenal are winning because you're going to have the bragging rights over me, annoy me. But, I don't know what went wrong for Arsenal. The game against Southampton, you should have won that.
I think that's where it's all went wrong. And West Ham.
That early, 30 seconds into it. West Ham 2-0 up front. Liverpool 2-0. Yes, that's Anfield.
Yeah.
But still, 2-0 in Anfield is a big, big lead. So you choked at the end.
And I saw this stat about not this season we were on the table first for 30 rounds, which is 96% of the time we choked it. Yeah. Back in 2012 and 13, something like that. We were on it 70%, we choked it. Back in 02 to 03, we were on it for majority of the season, we choked it. So it's always within us to choke the Premier League title, but it's sad to see how it's unfolded. And we were on top of the league. Yeah. Well, this week it could end. Yeah. We need Man City to lose all their 3 games. Still Ty believes it. Yeah. From AFTV. So yeah, it's upsetting, but we have to move on. We need to sign the right players next year if we were to continue to win the league next year. We need big players because our team's very young, and you could see we didn't cope well under pressure. We did it last year his leaving looks like. We didn't cope under pressure well in the top 4 race last year. We choked it. This year we've done the same thing, choked it. And now if we next year sign Declan Rice, Calcedo, Cancelo we're linked with. So we need experienced players, good players that can help us chase that Premier League title and possibly do well in the Champions League.
Yeah, you look at last season how top 4 you lost it right on the end. I think the last 2 games.
Newcastle and
Tottenham.
It
made you stronger. You got top 4. And now 98% you've lost the title. And then I personally think it's going to make you stronger. But for me, the real question is I always asked that if Arsenal were to win the league, the question is can they come back the next season and be even stronger? Now, it doesn't look like you're going to win the league, but the real question is, again, are you going to come back and be stronger?
Yeah, I think we'll spend a lot.
Or are you going to come back again to 8th, 7th? Are you going to struggle? So for me, to really see if Arsenal are truly back, yes, they're back this year, but the real answer if they're really back is stepping it up next season.
Look, no, I'll say if we were to, we got Champions League, so now we're going to get extra funds into the squad for the team to spend and use it to invest in the squad and build it. But like I said, it's sad to see how things have ended the season. I wish we could at least push through to the end of the round to see what happens to City. And if we had lost it then, I wouldn't be too fussed. But the way we have ended it, it's really
I think
annoyed me.
Surely City don't. They've won 11 in a row, so I don't think they're going to lose these 3. They're going to win all of it.
Yeah, I think it's...
All of them.
Yeah.
And they're going to be really focused. So, congrats to City,
Congrats to City. Congrats to Daniel.
It was a good title race.
Hopefully we'll be there next year. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
United join. And
Yeah.
But
be a 3-horse race.
Even not Spurs. Liverpool could be back in it.
Yeah, so it could be a 4-horse race. Every team's strengthening next year.
That's why it's important that you guys won it. Because next year, who knows?
It's going to be very hard.
Your reach. But now, Chelsea they've been out of the picture for this whole season a lot. Now, currently, I think 11th spot. They're really struggling. They've lost their identity within this season. Tuchel left. They brought in Potter, thought that he was the man. After a few months, he got sacked. Lampard came in. He's doing a horrible job. But now it looks like Pochettino is the man to take charge next year at the Bridge. Do you think he's the right man to lead Chelsea and bring them back to their glory days?
I think he needs the... I don't know, you know what? I think he can lead them back to where they were a couple seasons ago. But it's all about they spend their money wisely, not on just spend the money on players that they could guide us to the trophy. They need wise signings, players that can really help them develop. Even young players sign, like what we've done. We've had a great transfer strategy and it's worked out. Like I said, we just need a bit of experienced players, but that's what they need. No more world-class players. They need to start thinking strategically and where it can help them in the future.
I feel with their team, Chelsea, yes, they have so many players. But for me, I don't feel they have those players because they came with the intentions we want to get squad depth. I think they came with the intention we want to buy these players just to put them in our team. You know, there's a difference between wanting players for your bench and wanting players just to buy and make the fans happy. And I think that's what they've done. They bought all these players and Mudrik's done horrible. Enzo Fernandez has slowed down a bit.
Yeah, he's
all these new signings, Pulisic, Ziyech, Havertz, no one's clicked.
It's very important.
Like a lot of their players, like they've bought, how many players have they bought? Like 13?
13 in January or something.
I don't think one of them's really shined.
Yeah.
And that just shows the problem with their transfer strategy. And
what he's done to Tottenham, he changed their club. They were a nobody club until he came, got them to Champions League football.
Almost won the Premier League.
Almost won the Premier League. Almost got him a Champions League trophy. So he's a good coach, but he needs to end that trophy drought in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In the Premier League. Quickly, what position do Chelsea need next year? Let's go goalkeeper. I think they're set.
Quickly, I don't think it's position. I think it's getting them to click. Because if you look
they've got good players.
I think they've got to sell players. That's right, but they've got good players, and I think it's just about connecting the dots and allowing them to play good. The way they were playing with Tuchel. But of course, they do need a few.
They need a striker. That's for sure. That's for sure.
I think they might need a centre.
Kante's leaving.
So they need a centre.
Kovacic is good, but I think they need an upgrade.
They need a centre defensive.
Mason Mount could leave. Yeah, they need a cam. So there's still a few positions they need.
Sterling, of course, he's going to start, but he hasn't been the best this season.
And
so
I think they need 2 centre backs.
Yeah.
Oh no, keep Koulibaly. I think Thiago Silva's leaving.
Yeah.
There's still key positions they need if they want to possibly. I want to say contender title next year. Just get top 4. That'll be a stepping stone, and
they'll potentially look for left back. I reckon.
No, I think Chua's good.
Chua's good, but I just think
even Cucurella's good.
He's had his chances, and maybe it's time to switch teams maybe for him. But I don't know. But yeah, I think Pochettino. For me, it's hard to tell if he's the man.
Yeah, we just have to see how the season goes on.
How the season. It's not officially. Confirmed that he's joining, but Sky Sports reported that he's very close.
Wait, did he? How long was he at? How long was he at PSG for? 2 years.
2 years.
He won him a trophy, the title.
Yeah, he did.
But that doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean, and he to be honest, he was probably one of their worst they had.
Yeah, he didn't even win them the Champions League. That curse continues
because he hasn't been in Prem for a while. Could maybe affect him.
Yeah.
But
things have changed.
Yeah, things have changed.
Because there's many teams that are very strong this year.
It was always Arsenal, United.
Now Arsenal, United, Chelsea, the big 6. Now you've got Newcastle, Brentford, Brighton, Villa's back. Yeah. It's the best league, man. That's why I love it.
Yeah, so, it's hard to say Pochettino's the right man. I'm not sure yet, but I guess time will tell. But we move on now to the top 4 battle. United got a crucial win against Wolves, 2-0. Newcastle dropped points against Leeds. Liverpool now on a 7-8 winning streak. So Liverpool's causing problems and making United and Newcastle really panic that there's someone behind them and that the top 4 isn't over yet. United have Chelsea, a Bournemouth away and then Chelsea and Fulham at home. So if I look at those fixtures, I think United should get top 4 because of the home advantage. And if we if we don't get top 4, it's gonna be disappointing because we're that close at home. Our advantage. So out of United and Newcastle, I think we're the most favourites to get it just because of our home advantage.
Because you got 2 games left at home.
Yeah.
So that like I said, that's a big gain for you. But Liverpool, I think that will make top 4. It's either you or Newcastle will slip. I think Liverpool, they're too strong at the moment. Because think about it, if you draw, either United and Newcastle, someone's going to drop points. Someone's bound to drop points. So it could be either you or United. Brighton, they're still in the discussion, the talk about top 4, but it's probably a bit slim for them. But Liverpool, I think they will get it. Somehow you will choke or Newcastle will.
We got Bournemouth this week on Sunday. No, we got Chelsea on Friday and then Bournemouth on Sunday.
And then someone else.
And then Fulham at home. I think, Fulham at home. And out of those 2 games, I think the toughest is Bournemouth. Because they're on a roll now. They're winning games. And I just feel that they could cause a problem for us. And our away record hasn't been the best. And we got Fulham and we haven't won. I don't think we've won against a top 10 team.
Yeah.
But I think that's from away. I'm not sure, but a stat along those lines. But
yeah, away, surely not at home.
I think it's away. But yeah, United need to really focus. It's the end of the season, 3 more games, and I think the
pressure's getting to you.
The max points Liverpool can get is 71. So we just need.
You can get 70. Your max.
5 more points. Oh no, we need actually.
You need 6 more points.
Because our points differential is very low.
So you need 6 more points to confirm top 4. So, same as Newcastle. Look, the pressure's on you, but it's a matter of if you can keep that consistency in the performance in the last 3 games.
I'm going to stick with United. I think they'll get top 4. Newcastle, they might choke. They might.
They've got still a bit of hard game.
A few tough games. But yeah, I'm going to go Newcastle United. I think they're going to all win their games. Liverpool will win their 2 games, but then again, they're going to fall short because, of course, United and
okay, so you're going
Newcastle. I'm going
current top 4.
City, Arsenal, United, Newcastle.
I'll go City. No, I'll go Arsenal, City. No, I'm joking. City, Arsenal. I'll go United and Liverpool.
Liverpool?
Yeah, okay. I'd say maybe Newcastle miss it.
Leave your top 4 in the comments. Who do you think's going to get it? United, Newcastle or Liverpool? Or even Brighton, actually.
Yeah, no, they won't get it.
But they're still in the race.
But quickly, before we end it, this is a topic that I wanted to raise for a couple of weeks now. Which squad was the best? Invincibles? Is it Centurions, whatever, or the United Treble winning squad?
You go first.
We've had this debate many times with our mates. I think it's Invincibles all day long because you cannot go a season, especially in the Premier League, undefeated for the whole year. Because yes, they say 12 draws, but United's treble winning squad in the Prem got 13 draws and they won the league. So if you want to say, look how many draws Arsenal got, you guys got more draws than us in that season. I don't care how you might say, overrated squad, 12 draws, look at that. But you can for a team to go undefeated for the whole year, that's just impossible. And that's why it's the best team in the Premier League.
Look.
Maybe City are close to us. Yes, City, I think they're close because 100 points, that's still hard to get. Yeah. That's like on the level of an Invincible.
Yeah.
So they're very close, but I think I'm going to edge Invincible just because it's never been.
All these 3 we've mentioned is very hard to get.
Yeah.
No one's done the treble. No one's done 100 points. No one's done Invincible. City are on the verge of doing a treble.
That's what I'm saying. There you go.
But Liverpool are on the verge of doing Invincible.
But they didn't do it.
But that's what I'm saying. City might not do it.
Yeah,
let me continue. To win an FA Cup, a Champions League, and a Premier League in one season, switching teams, changing teams, that's so hard to keep on bringing that consistency and winning games every week in, week out, traveling to different stadiums, all these things play a big factor. How many times when you've traveled all the way to, say, Spain, you come back to the Premier League, you lose a game. So I think it's so hard to win a treble as well. And personally, I think, as a United fan, I think the treble's harder.
No way.
Look at my point. Wait.
Gosh.
I think if City win the treble, I'm going Invincibles.
That's what I'm saying. If City, if I was going to say that.
Until
if City,
someone does it, then it's...
If City were to get the treble, that just proves us point that Invincible is harder than getting in.
That's why
it shouldn't even be a debate. You cannot go a season undefeated. Okay, that's so hard.
The year Liverpool almost did it, if they did it, the treble would be harder.
Yeah, okay.
You should admit it.
Yeah, I'll admit it.
That's what I'm saying. So if City win the treble, I'm going Invincible.
Even if City don't win the treble, Invincible is times 3 harder than getting a treble. I don't care what you say, that's impossible.
But no one's done a treble. No one's done the Centurions. No one's done Invincible.
No, put that aside. I'm saying Invincible treble, the hardest is the Invincible.
They're hard as each other.
Boys, quickly. I know
okay, yeah.
What's harder? It's to say it's NRL season. NRL season. Yeah. Is it harder to go a season undefeated, not losing one game, or to win 3 trophies in 3 different competitions? What's harder?
3 trophies in 3 different competitions.
Come on, man.
So think of it. United won Champions League, Premier League, and FA Cup in one season.
I just said it 3.
Yeah. Arsenal went undefeated the whole season.
And no, but you're talking Premier League. That's the hardest comp in the world.
It depends which league you're playing.
That's what I'm saying.
My point is, you're traveling to Spain. You're traveling to there, winning all these.
Which leagues are you talking about? Like for soccer?
So United won treble. They won Champions League, which is Europe.
Yeah.
FA Cup is only English, and Premier League is under 20 teams.
20 teams.
Okay.
And they won every 3.
But so why? So you're saying you can't get a season undefeated? How hard's that?
But
a season.
They won a trophy in 3 different leagues.
We won the trophy too, but still. What do you think?
I don't know. It's a bit tricky, man. It's so hard.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Winning 3 trophies in 3 different.
But how is that possible? Winning 3 trophies,
season undefeated.
Soccer.
APL and FFA.
People are thinking Premier League's the hardest league.
It is the hardest.
For you to go undefeated in the season, that's just
it's unheard of.
It's super hard,
for me, I think winning 3 trophies is harder.
Nah, it is hard.
It is hard.
It is hard, but I don't think it's on the level of getting undefeated.
Until someone wins an Invincible, until someone wins a treble.
Now I pray City win the treble.
But look, the other day,
City are winning the Premier League for sure, and now they're in the Champions League and FA Cup, so they could potentially get our treble. And if so, then I give it to
City. Okay, we're thinking about the City squad. That was an unbelievable squad. I'm going Arsenal, City just behind us, and then United. That's how I see it.
I'm gonna go United, City, Arsenal.
No way.
Why did you go our second, our third?
Oh my gosh.
I'm doing it because
you are both confused.
Put your thoughts in the comments. What's harder, Invincible, Centurions, or United treble? And now we're going to move on to UFC.
Anyways, but before that, you forgot what's name? Barcelona won the La Liga the other day.
That was good.
Yeah,
that's the Barcelona.
Bro, I actually love Barcelona. Always been my favourite.
Yeah, I like them, but I don't really watch them.
Well, anyways, we're going to start talking about WWE right now. Okay. This is the big topic, man. I've been looking at this the last 2 days.
Breaking news.
I don't know if it is confirmed or not. They're saying that Randy Orton advised that he might retire in the WWE.
So the doctor's advice.
I hope that doesn't happen because you know what? I want him to come back to win one more championship to beat the record with Ric Flair. 16 times.
I think he is retiring. I think he's got back issue.
Yeah, I know, but
he had back fusion surgery.
Yeah, I know.
Last year.
But I'm so upset.
Look, he still has it in him.
Yeah, he does.
And I think he still has a good storyline to give to the WWE.
Absolutely, yeah.
With what's happening now with Roman Reigns.
That he's in charge now,
getting involved with the bloodline.
Yeah.
Randy, if it's possible, Randy has to find a way to get back into the
ring. And he still performs. It's not like he's on the downside of...
He's still young too.
He was
43 years old.
Yeah, he's still young. Still got potential.
Tag team champion before he got injured. He has so much to offer, and I'll be so upset if he retires in this way.
I don't think he will retire.
So his dad, Bob Orton, came out and said...
I actually read that yesterday.
What else? Like, he should retire. Like, what else has he got to do in WWE?
Look.
Fair enough. That's a good point.
Yeah, he's done everything.
Everyone wants to see Randy Orton.
No, absolutely. Look,
just
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. He will come back, but I think he might need a bit of a break another year.
I don't think he'll come back.
I think he will. I want him to see that.
I think it'll be like an Edge type situation.
Yeah, but bro, I'm just saying. Yeah, but I'm just saying that.
Remember 2010 Edge, how he was forced to retire? I feel this... You're back, man.
It's the worst injury.
Bro, like, he's got all the money in the world. He's got his 14-time champ.
He's achieved everything.
It's like he's
he's a fifth.
He's got his ticket for the Hall of Fame. It's basically set in stone. So, like, what else he's got for the WWE other than just having fun?
Bill said it right.
The only thing that's going to stop him.
What?
from retiring is his love for the sport.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course, bro.
He might come back for the fans.
It's just for fun.
Of course, man. No, but you know what? If he does
he
come,
has some sort of role in the WWE.
yeah.
Somehow,
Nah, but you know what?
Personally, I think he medically retires.
No,
I think he should.
I'm going to disagree, bro. I want him to see. I want him to win the World Heavyweight Championship again because how Triple H bring it back. Because now you got Seth Rollins and AJ Styles for the finals. As in,
look, he's advised. It's not confirmed yet that he's
no, it hasn't
going to
confirmed
retire.
yet. But look, if he does come back, I hope he wins the World Heavyweight.
What do you think he'll choose? I know what I was about. What do you think
If
he will
he's
choose?
forced to
Yeah, so what's the
retire,
options you mean? Like,
So it's either he retires
or comes
he
back.
just comes back.
I reckon he comes back. I reckon
he wants
I
to
love
come back,
Randy Orton.
but
He's the
got
GOAT.
Yeah.
family.
No, I know he has.
He's gonna put his health first.
I know.
He's a dad.
I know.
You know what I mean? He's done it. As I said,
You gotta-
he's done
yeah,
it.
I know. You got a point.
like Bill said, he would love to come back, but I think he's going to put his health first.
Like,
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna
so.
go back to the Edge situation. I remember back in 2010 when he addressed his retirement.
How long
He
was he
came
out
back.
for, Bill?
Hey?
How long was he out for?
It was
Retired?
like fucking 10 years.
Unless
man.
he retired.
Till he came back at the Rumble.
So he retired 2000.
2010. Don't you remember?
No, I'm saying how long was it before he came
Edge when he
back?
retired, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I know
Of
that, but
course.
how long was it before he came back to WWE?
It's like 10 years.
No, not 10 years. About
2020.
2010.
Oh no, I'm saying
About 10, 12
you
years.
said he came
Yeah,
back
yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah, so before that, how long was he out, out of the
2
sport?
years.
Oh, 2 years, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, actually a year and a half, I would say.
And same thing as Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
He got forced to retire
Yeah,
and
and
came back. So
yeah.
maybe
So it could
might
be that same
If you
situation.
look at
situation,
what's
maybe.
happening for Edge and Daniel Bryan,
Yeah.
it might be time for Randy Orton. That's
Yeah.
it.
But if he does retire, he has a lot. He has still opportunity to go AEW as well. They'll give him an
That's
offer.
the same.
He'd never join, no, he'd never join.
Bro, we're just saying he can't wrestle anymore.
I don't know, man.
Even if he was, he'd never join AEW.
They were saying before he was going to be signed.
I think he even said he'll never jump ship.
He loves WWE so much.
Yeah.
What,
He
he's
said it to Triple H or something.
Yeah.
Because what they've done
they're
for him,
best mates, I know
what
that.
they've done to him, they've changed his career. So
Yeah,
that
I
would
know.
never happen.
Even him and John Cena, like WWE owns a percentage of whatever he makes movies and whatever because of his name.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
made him.
Like I remember Howard Stern was like, "Don't you get annoyed?" Back in the day, he'd mentioned this
Like, they
question.
take your money.
Yeah, he's like, "Don't you get annoyed?" He's like, "They're giving me everything. They provided like I'm as big as I am because of the WWE."
Do you know the
Of course.
percentage
Why would
of
you-
what they take?
Oh,
Just like John Cena, just like The Undertaker,
Yeah, that's
Kane,
it.
everyone, man, back in those
They
days.
were made because of WWE. And that's
Of
why
course.
the likes of John Cena and Randy Orton will never go AEW.
But boys,
And that was the
like,
best
just
rivalry
to-
back in the days
Just to
too.
reminisce, all right, say he retires, whatever. As I
Yeah.
said, he's 14-time champion. He's had the best rivalries. He's part of Evolution. He was
Cena.
part of
Best
Legacy.
faction, yeah.
Remember Legacy?
Bro, and he's one tag
Okay,
team
bro.
champion.
He's a legend
Yeah.
killer.
He's part of the
The
authority.
legend killer becomes the legend, becomes the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
If that happens, yeah.
You know, like he's had many great matches. His feud with John Cena.
His feud
over
with
the
John Cena
years.
were the best.
Wow.
Of course, bro.
Because they were the
Bro,
top two wrestlers.
But you know what? Speaking of that, the best rivalry that Randy Orton he's ever had was against the Undertaker back in 05 to 07.
Yeah, that was good.
The last
Yeah.
2-3 years, bro. Back and forth. Hell in a Cell matches. In the casket match, I remember when he versed Undertaker. I think it was it No Mercy or Survivor Series when he burnt the coffin after when he beat Undertaker. That was the best storyline in history in WWE, and he actually even said it himself. And Undertaker said it in the past interviews.
No, but
He said Randy Orton was the perfect character and a best storyline as well. And you know what? I've got to give credit to Randy Orton, Undertaker. That was the
that
best
was good.
storyline in history, bro. That
You
was
can't
the best.
top those Cena feuds. Growing up, like
No,
us
even
growing
John
up.
Cena
That's what I was
too.
gonna say.
Yeah, man.
I got to give credit to John Cena as well. That was the best rivalries.
Like, I
back
remember
in
that
the
I Quit match.
yeah, I remember
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh no, that was was it against Batista? No, it wasn't.
No,
He had one with Batista.
Yeah, he actually
Batista
did before
too,
he
but
retired.
Randy-
Batista.
that one-
Remember when he was on the wheelchair? And he was like, "Oh, I quit."
Nah, but that legacy faction, him, Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah.
I love that story.
Yeah.
Now, but
actually
two
was.
greats of WWE, but now we've got a new great currently in WWE, Roman Reigns.
Nah, man, what are you talking about? So John Cena came out on
1,000
actually said
days
it.
on the belt soon. 1,000
Yeah, all right.
days.
So the story is John Cena came out on an interview or whatever. I don't know what interview it
Yeah,
was.
he said it on Twitter. I
He
think,
was
yeah.
like, Roman Reigns is the GOAT.
I don't think he's
Is
the
that true,
GOAT.
Mark? Do you
Nah,
think?
he's not the GOAT.
No, not
Look,
yet.
look.
Not yet.
He's putting Roman Reigns over himself.
He'll never be the GOAT,
Of course,
Roman.
look, he's going
But
to say that, of course.
Not yet.
Everyone says it. Says that person's better than because he's not going to take all
Yeah.
the
But he's
glory.
saying Roman Reigns
That's what I'm saying.
specifically.
Of course, he is going to say that
Yeah.
because he's not.
But he can say that about any other
But
wrestler.
don't forget
Why
Roman Reigns.
Because Roman
yeah.
is the face now. That's why he's saying
he's
that.
not the
he
GOAT,
is.
but he'll
Look,
never be the GOAT
But
ahead
he
of
truly
Cena.
believes, I think.
He probably does, but I don't think so because if you look at John Cena and Roman Reigns, John Cena done so much more.
He did.
He was
outside the ring.
Outside too.
also
And even inside the ring,
He was week in, week out, challenging, putting his belt on the line, doing all these
Roman
things.
just sits.
Roman sits down, just...
Talks and laughs.
But he
and
plays a big
Put it this
role,
way.
of course.
Hey, put it this way. Like, look, Roman Reigns, all right, whatever, it's a storyline, but he's got Paul Heyman, he's got the Bloodline faction,
Yeah, Cena was
whatever.
on his own.
Cena was on his own,
Yeah.
carrying the WWE, facing WWE,
He
all the
faced,
storylines
he
carried.
faced NXT on his own
That's a
too.
good
Yeah,
point. That's
man.
a
And he's
very
done
good
movies, and he's he helped
Yeah,
a
what
lot
he's
of
done overall.
fundraising, donations.
Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish Foundation. Got to give credit to
Did he
Make-A-Wish.
make that?
And yes, Roman, as he said, Roman is probably because of the
fact,
bloodline.
the
Yeah.
faction
If it wasn't
there.
for the bloodline, would he be that? Would he be that big? Would he?
'Cause how
still
strong-
Even then,
big?
he'll just have Paul Heyman.
He can't beat
Yeah,
John
someone
Cena.
with him.
He can't beat John Cena. John Cena's
Even
done
the
everything.
Shield, he wasn't like...
He was only the muscle. only.
Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins were bigger than Reigns.
Yeah, I
in
think
the
they
Shield.
were.
Yeah.
But
Because Reign was quiet, that's why.
Like you said,
Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, they were the mostly on the
the
microphone
bloodline is
more than
what
them.
has made
Yeah.
Roman Reigns
Yeah.
the wrestler he is now.
But to say he's the
Absolutely,
GOAT,
yeah.
I got to disagree, John
No
Cena.
chance.
Nowhere near the goat.
He'll
'Cause
never,
he's
he'll
not the
never
guy
be the
yet.
GOAT.
No.
He'll
Once you
never be
reach
the-
16-time champion, like,
Yeah.
you know, or
Yeah,
17-time
absolutely, yeah.
champion, beating his record.
But you know what? One
You know
question.
what,
I want to ask you one question before. So Roman Reigns won all titles, tag team titles, undisputed WWE Championship, WWE World Heavyweight
Grand Slam
Championship,
champion.
Grand Slam champion. But there's one There's one championship he hasn't even accomplished yet.
Yeah.
The NXT. If he goes back,
he doesn't need
if
it, bro.
NXT goes bigger and better, he could go for that, and then he will retire after.
Yeah.
It could happen.
Talking about how many people talking about the
Yeah.
treble and Invincible.
Yeah.
What's better, 1,000-day holding the belt or 16 time?
16
I'll
times.
say 16 times.
But
Yeah.
then, I'd agree.
That's 16 different storylines.
Yeah.
You can say the same for 1,000 days,
1,000,
as
yeah,
in like
because you have different storylines.
Yeah.
Either way, it's the same.
But 16 times, that's like
That's a big.
I would
that's a
like
big
it
as a wrestler.
Because he was beating Ric
yeah,
Flair's
yeah.
record.
he lost the belt. He
Yes.
lost the belt, regained the belt,
Absolutely,
lost the
yeah.
belt 16
No,
times.
that-
Yeah.
You know?
I'd like to have different belts than just one.
Yeah, I know.
Roman's doing now. I want to change it up. So I'd rather.
But you know what? I
Cena.
don't-
But then Roman's had
Yeah.
different storylines. I agree 16, but he's had different storylines with 1,000 days.
Yeah.
But I'm saying,
but
as in,
you know
like,
what?
he
Yeah.
lost and regained that made his, like, it's,
It's better. It's better.
yeah, it's like he went to the bottom, went back to the
Yeah,
top,
exactly.
You know what
But don't forget, back in 2020 when he was the Universal Championship, then he I don't know, I think he was injured or something. Then he returned against Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt.
I mean?
Remember?
No, that's when he left, when he had cancer.
No, that was
that
after that. He
after
returned
when he came back?
Yeah. So my point is, that's when he returned to become the Universal Championship again, and that's when he became nearly 1,000 days as champion. The last 2-3 years in the pandemic era. Oh, that's what I would say.
Oh, remember that? Was
Yeah.
that's because he didn't want to, during COVID or whatever, he didn't want to
Yeah.
fight because
Yeah, that's why.
sickness he had. And then
Absolutely.
I think Braun Strowman got the belt.
Yeah,
was that
no,
WrestleMania?
Bray Wyatt actually. Bray Wyatt was the.
It was Strowman versus someone.
Oh no, you're right.
Lesnar,
Braun
wasn't
Strowman, sorry, yeah. That's when he
Roman.
took the belt,
Yeah.
and then he became
Yeah.
the Universal. But my point is, bro, being him as a GOAT, not yet, bro. Not yet.
Well-
He's still got another
But
few
there's
years in him.
yeah.
Speaking about Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
he's now put himself and Solo up for the tag team championship match against Sami Zayn and Kevin
That's a
Owens.
bad idea, bro.
I think.
I saw that on the weekend,
What do
yeah.
you think's gonna happen with that storyline?
Look, I'm going to start with this. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, they are going to retain it for sure. Because why? He's putting his own health and his position in the wrong target at the same time. Why? Because on Friday Night SmackDown,
his health.
Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
You said health.
No, I'm saying like he's going to put everything on the line.
yeah,
but
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying my point is that's a bad idea. Why? Because you know Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens they're going to retain. Because what you saw on Friday Night SmackDown, he pushed Jimmy and Jey
The
Uso.
Usos will interfere.
Yeah,
They'll
they interfere. But I think what's going to happen, I think the Usos, they're going to cost Roman Reigns
Yeah.
and Solo Sikoa
The match.
the
Match.
match. And Sami Zayn, they're going to retain the title because Solo Sikoa is going to probably walk away from Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They're going to go their own ways and Roman Reigns stays his own way.
Or it could, if they were to win it,
Yeah.
Usos versus
the
them.
Usos versus
But
them.
'cause
They'll
don't-
get angry that
Yeah.
they have their shot.
yeah.
They took the belt off them.
But don't forget they said they want to be long time as tag team championship as Sami Zayn and Kevin
I
Owens.
think-
But you know what? It reminds me back in 2013
Yeah.
when Roman Reigns won his first WWE tag team championship back in 2013. So if he does win that, he would have been.
So, boys. Oh, yeah.
Go.
I think it could go. This one's very hard to predict.
It is hard.
In regards to the storyline, I think if Roman Solo win, Usos will
challenge him.
challenge him next.
Do you think that will happen?
Yeah, I think so. 100%.
I think that will be.
I don't think it will happen.
So you think if Roman and Solo win, what's gonna happen?
Nah, they won't win. I think they're going to retain Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.
Your option.
Oh, it's gonna say.
Okay.
But keep going.
It's either your option, what you said, or my one. I think that's the two possible outcomes that could happen. This week.
They said 5 good things happen. Nobody knows what's going to happen.
What do you think will happen?
I don't know, man. I feel Reigns will win it.
That's what I'm saying.
I think Reigns will win it. Usos next challenging him.
Yeah.
Nah,
But do you think that'll be too short for Sami Zayn to hold it? Like,
no,
because they're not that big to hold it for that long.
It's more of a big deal for Roman Reigns.
But you know what?
Winning everything.
And the Usos will get angry. I think that's what's going to happen.
But you know what? If they do win it, apparently Triple H said if Roman Reigns Solo Sikoa wins it, they're going to actually split the tag team championship from Raw. So they're going to go back to Raw and go back. But you know what? They need to get rid of that Raw and SmackDown tag team championship.
They should unify.
Bring back the World Tag Team championship and WWE tag team championship. I think everyone should agree on that.
Yeah.
So
put your thoughts in the comments. What do you reckon? But yeah, I think
let's wrap it up.
We're going to talk about the UFC and the boxing. So Bill, KSI, man, he won against Joe.
Let's all talk about this.
Yeah.
Controversial win, Misfits 007. It all went down. It was a good fight. KSI was winning the fight up until that controversial
with Tom
KO.
Fury.
That was after the fight.
After the fight.
But that controversial KO. What'd you think about the KO first of all?
To me, I feel bad for Joe Fournier. Is that his name?
Joe Fournier.
But yeah, I feel bad. Like, look, KSI didn't mean it. He was going for a punch, but accidentally his elbow got contact with his chin. And yeah, I think they should overlook this.
I know usually is that probably disqualified? They'll look.
Yeah, that's a no contest. Like
even if it was an accident.
7 days a week, that's a no contest.
Even if it's an accident?
Even if it's an accident.
So what happens? Does he not gets disqualified, but in a way that just no one wins?
No contest.
No one wins. Yeah.
No one won the match.
It wasn't like he done
So
have that overlooked.
My thoughts on that fight. KSI claims that the punch landed, but you look at it all angles. Even the owner of Misfits is like, you look at it this angle, he landed the punch. No, mate, you look at it the same angle he's talking about, the punch grazed his face.
Yeah.
You saw the impact.
It was going like that.
Bang, bro. That's it. Clean shot. Elbow.
KSI again looked open.
He's so open.
This bloke's the most overrated
swings
YouTube
again?
boxer,
He's going swing again.
Man. Look, it's not KSI's fault. He didn't do it on purpose.
No, but
Fournier said he did it on purpose, as in
I
he
don't think
cheated.
purpose, no.
He's not gonna like discredit himself and after
Do
all that hard work.
Yeah. KSI's not that type of person.
And he's not that
He
type.
puts too much hard work into
Says the win going to him for sure. Like
So Fournier now appealed to the commission.
Yeah.
They're gonna look into it.
I think he's gonna
most likely be no contest.
Something's telling me it's not gonna get watch it.
It'll get overturned.
It
man.
will.
Yeah.
Has to get overturned. This fight has to get overturned.
It should, but something's telling me it won't. I don't know why.
No, it would. This is the commission you're talking about. They don't care like if it's KSI or Jake Paul, whatever. Bro, like poor KSI, like to be fair, he put in all that hard work.
And then to know your elbow ruined the.
Yeah.
Now they'll probably have a rematch.
No, they'll move on. They should move on from this fight.
Do you think so?
You reckon he's dead?
Going into this fight, Fournier wasn't a big name. I was saying, why is he even fighting Fournier?
Yeah.
I reckon next fight, you go to Tommy Fury straight away.
KSI's next. KSI will believe he won that game. Like he won't care.
He uploaded a new video.
He probably said it from his own heart.
He said that he, on different views, he punched him.
Yeah.
But
I reckon deep down he believes he elbowed him.
Yeah, but he's gonna.
He has to say because he's appealing to the commission.
Is he the real deal now?
No.
What about if he beats Tommy Fury?
Yeah, mate.
Tommy Fury,
possibly.
I think Tommy Fury is going to be too strong.
I think he'll be too strong.
He's too strong
for him.
Bro, he's under with Tyson, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking about the most heavyweight boxer in the world.
It doesn't matter about
I know, I'm saying it doesn't matter, but he has that knowledge, bro.
Tommy Fury isn't elite, bro. Jake Paul outboxed him, basically.
Yeah. Because he loves his trash talk.
I genuinely believe Jake Paul won that fight. But anyways, that's another topic.
He's too open, KSI. That's why
KSI does not
so
fight,
open.
bro.
Yeah, I know.
In
He's
the
just
fight,
doing
he
it for
doesn't
fun.
protect his head.
At all.
All I can see is he's so open.
Mark my words. If this bloke fought like a traditional boxer,
he would got knocked out.
No. That accidental elbow would not have happened.
I think he would have got suspended.
He would have guarded up. Just guarded up and just threw a nice right hand, nice and clean. You know,
the whole fight, KSI didn't guard his head.
He was just open all out. Like.
KSI, I've been saying it. KSI's a bad boxer.
He said that's his style. He said because if you look at his previous fight, not the one against where he knocked the instantly.
Temper.
It was Temper. Yeah. He left him like he was. He said, "I kept training on it. I kept focused on it."
As in how he did it.
Maybe that's the way he. Maybe
he goes.
No, even then, man, he's got the MMA style. He's got that Conor McGregor knocks out Jose Aldo 13 seconds KO style. You know, bouncing karate stance. You know, that's how he knocked out.
Is it bad to what's called leave your head open, like not protecting
Yes,
that?
man.
Yeah, but what about if he's trained that? Like
You don't train to keep your head open. You train to chin down.
So why is he saying that's his style?
This bloke's style, man, it's going to only get him knocked out by Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Or
I think so,
Fury.
yeah. It will happen. It will happen.
I don't see him getting past Tommy Fury, really.
Me too. I think he's too big. Does that mean KSI has to gain weight to be on his
Yeah, I think they were saying about
that. No, not really.
Or he's got to stay the same.
They'll meet at a weight. I think they're the same weight.
Look at Logan Paul. He was big. Logan Paul, of course, wasn't a boxer.
Yeah.
But he was big and KSI dealt with him. So I don't think it's about how big he is, but how good he is. That's
exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
His technique is only, I'm gonna say it like clip this when it happens. His technique is only gonna get him knocked out.
Yeah, I think so.
Or get him to lose a fight.
The way we're seeing it, yeah, it's gonna happen,
Like, bro, like Tommy Fury has again.
With Jake Paul, but if Jake Paul's gonna like destroy that bloke,
Tommy Fury isn't the best.
that's what's gonna happen.
But he'll probably.
I reckon outbox KSI.
I'm backing KSI. I always back KSI.
I think Jake Paul's gonna destroy him.
Yeah, I feel
Tommy Fury. I got a gut feeling.
So it's gonna be Tommy Fury then Jake Paul.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
yeah, man. I know you don't watch boxing. I'm going to talk to myself for a bit, talk to the viewers. All right, Ismael Barraso versus Rolly Romero happened over the weekend. This was a bit of a controversy in itself too. Rolly Romero wins round 9 stoppage, where it shouldn't have been a stoppage. Yeah. Tony Weeks, experienced referee. I don't know how he called that a TKO. Right, the bloke. I don't know how old is he. Ismael. I don't know how he's on the older side. I think he's 40 plus.
Yeah,
the bloke looks 60. Anyways, this was basically a tune-up fight for Rolly Romero. He didn't show up. Rolly, is basically getting outboxed. If this fight went to the 12th round and it was going to decision, I would give it to Ismael Barraso because he was getting outboxed. Even Rolly got dropped.
Yeah,
I think round 2.
I saw a bit of the highlights, because I was at lunch with my family for Mother's Day.
But then again, he stopped it in the 9th. Yeah, but I think Romero, that should not have been a stoppage. That should not have been his win.
Yeah.
I feel like, that was Barraso's fight, but it is what it is. They move on from that fight. Another big fight that's happening this week is Katie Taylor versus Chantelle Cameron for the undisputed super lightweight championship in Ireland, in Katie Taylor's backyard. This is going to be a fight. So Katie Taylor is the face of women's boxing right now.
Yeah.
She beat Amanda Serrano. She's 22-0 to Katie Taylor. Chantelle Cameron is 17-0.
Yeah. So they're both literally undefeated.
Undefeated. This other girl is the super lightweight champion. So it's for undisputed gold.
Oh, wow.
So they're all holding the belts in their own division.
Wow.
So they're going to join 4 belts, man. IBO, WBO, WBA.
What time's the fight?
Sunday.
What time? 12?
Probably be during the day.
We've got to watch that, man.
They take all the belts.
This is a mega fight for women's boxing.
Wow.
But my prediction for this fight, Katie Taylor, usually it goes to her fights go to the distance.
Yeah.
Either split decision or unanimous decision. But Chantelle can cause problems for this chick because once she's on the inside, she just throws. She has that grit in her. She has that dog in her. And she's the taller opponent. She's got a longer reach. It could pose problems for Katie Taylor. But Katie Taylor, traditional boxing. You want a pure boxer? She's it. She knows how to box. She knows how to get out of sticky situations. My predictions for this fight, it could end in a draw. It's a very 50-50 fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Katie Taylor, unanimous decision.
What's that?
I think so. Katie Taylor's
majority decision.
Yeah, I think Katie Taylor, because it's going to be a hard fight, bro.
Yeah.
Both of them, they're both champions.
In Ireland, man.
In Ireland. So you're talking
in her hometown. So that might be a home advantage for her.
Hopefully, bro. We'll never know. We've got to watch it and see what's going to happen. But I'll say Katie Taylor to win it.
Yeah,
undisputed.
I feel like a draw, but you know what? I'm saying Katie Taylor.
That's all right.
Yeah, but I think it's happening on the same day. Haney versus Lomachenko. That's finally happening this week. Another big fight for the undisputed gold. Fuck, man.
Haney's just too hard, bro. He's too strong, bro. Yeah. He's too dominant, man.
Yeah.
I don't know about Lomachenko, but Haney, bro, he's going to come out fighting.
Lomachenko was the top of the...
he was.
He had all the belts at one stage.
Yeah, he did at one stage.
Until Tiafima took the belts from him. Yeah. And then whatever happened with Kambosos and Haney happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, look, I'm saying this is another tough fight. Lomachenko is a tough fighter. His footwork, we've talked about this before.
He has good steps too on it.
His footwork could pose as a problem for Haney.
Yeah,
but Haney is the younger fighter.
Yeah.
He's coming up on his prime. Lomachenko is going downhill as he's getting older.
But Haney has good combinations, bro.
Yeah,
you can't mess with the bloke. You have to. You got to stay focused, or you're not going to stay focused.
I feel Haney round 10 gets a done TKO.
I think so.
I don't know.
Or it goes all the way to round 12. I think so.
You could say round 12.
He always goes to round 12. Anyways.
But regardless, Haney's going to win.
He'll probably beat him maybe till round 5. It could happen.
He won't stop early.
No?
Lomachenko is not that type of fighter, man. This is not like a canned fight. You know what I mean?
I know.
But yeah, I'm saying Haney all the way.
Yeah, me too.
Defends his belt.
Yeah, Haney's going to be too strong to win this fight, so I think Haney's going to win it.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of that, they were speaking about the rumors for UFC 292. Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean O'Malley for the bantamweight championship, bro.
Yeah,
bro. I actually said this I think a week ago, 2 weeks ago, that it could happen.
Yeah.
And now Dana White is probably saying that it's going to happen very soon. But do you think Sugar Sean O'Malley is going to win it, the bantamweight championship?
I feel Sterling, man.
I think so, bro.
I don't rate him too much, man. He's got like one of the best striking.
He does.
One of the best strikers in UFC. But I feel Sterling is just that bit above, man.
I think he is, because after his performance against Henry Cejudo, bro, who would have thought that he'll beat Henry Cejudo, man?
Yeah, I mean, he was coming off a layoff, Henry Cejudo.
Of course, bro. But he's just so dominant, bro, and he's Jamaican, bro. Like, who would have thought Jamaican fighters, bro, that they're that tough, man?
They're tough, man.
They are
no
tough.
No matter where you're from, like...
Exactly.
You know,
especially like Uriah Hall. Remember Uriah Hall? He's from Jamaica as well. Yeah. He was a freaking machine back in, what's that, Ultimate Fighter. Remember that spinning kick?
Yes.
Oh, my God. He just blanked the bloke out, and I'm like, holy shit.
It's all in the heart, man.
It's all by the heart. But if this is going to happen... I'll say Sterling's going to win it. He's going to retain it.
I'm going to say Sterling.
Look, I love Sugar Sean O'Malley, but I think Sterling's just too hard, bro. Yeah. He's just too quick, and with his punches and his
got ground game.
Skills,
he's got a nice striking game. He's got,
of course, bro.
He's got a lot of skills he possesses.
He does have skills,
yeah, man. But
he has more experience. I think he has more experience. More
the
than
UFC event before UFC 292.
Yeah,
just got announced today. I think.
They actually announced
Poirier versus Justin Gaethje too
for the BMF title.
BMF title.
I got my man, bro. Dustin Poirier, bro. I love Dustin Poirier. He's beat McGregor twice. He's beat he beat Michael Chandler, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So he's bit of on a winning streak right now.
Yeah.
But Justin Gaethje, bro, look, I know he's up and down, back and forth sometimes, but you can't mess with Dustin Poirier, bro. He's good in with his talking, bro.
But he beat him the first round too.
Of course he did.
So Poirier beat Gaethje the first time.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's just a tough one, man. This is another fight where it could go either way.
Yeah, but Dustin Poirier is going to win it, bro.
There's a reason why this is in the main event.
Exactly.
They were the fight of the year when they fought the first time.
Absolutely. So, but you know what? Speaking of that, since, you know when Jorge Masvidal versus Nate Diaz for that BMF, I think people should have said Jorge Masvidal versus Dustin Poirier, bro. Because Dustin Poirier talks a lot, but he has
Nate Diaz, man. That was the fight to make.
I don't know,
Nate Diaz, Jorge Masvidal. Nate Diaz always claimed to be the baddest motherfucker.
Yeah, I know.
But no, man, like I can't wait for this fight.
Yeah,
I feel Gaethje takes it.
Nah, I think Dustin Poirier, right?
They'll make a third fight.
I'm the complete opposite. Dustin Poirier is going to win it. He's going to be too hard to win it.
A lot of fights got a lot of big fights.
But I don't know what Dana White announced. Yeah,
this is a stacked card, man. Look, I'm going to pull it up actually.
Yeah,
a lot of big fights happening on this event.
Well, I can't wait for this card.
Everyone was going crazy about this card.
Right, this is actually happening, and I can't wait for this fight, man. Really, Dustin Poirier is going to put a hell of a show, man.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Take it on.
2-9.
Who won the first match?
It was Poirier.
Poirier, bro.
So I reckon Gaethje wins, and then they'll make the third fight.
We'll wait and see.
They'll make the third fight.
When's the fight?
All right, so you got in the co-main event, Jan, I don't know, I always forget to say it. Blachowicz. I don't know how to say his last name.
Polish fighter, yeah.
Versus Alex Pereira. You got Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green.
All right, show me for a minute.
Have you seen this?
No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so what is that? Jane Blachowicz, whatever he's... Yeah, the Polish fighter versus Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira is going to beat him for sure. Tony Ferguson versus Bobby Green.
Talk about a card, bro. You got Tony Ferguson back. You got Paulo Costa on the same card. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on the card. Mate, Derek Lewis. And then you got Michael Chiesa and Kevin Holden. Like, what a card, man.
This is going to be a big card.
This is a big card.
My favourite fight's going to be the main event, Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje, and also Stephen Thompson versus Michael Pereira.
Look, I don't want to make our predictions now until we get closer to the event.
Yeah, when we get closer, we'll talk about it.
I'm just saying about this card is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
This is the card you make.
Tough, but I don't know about Derek Lewis, bro. He's been on a losing streak lately, bro.
I don't know, man.
People are saying he should retire very soon.
Who's he facing?
Do you think that should happen as well?
It's near for him.
I think it's near for him, bro.
He's got the most knockouts in the UFC.
He does, bro.
Yeah. I was just going crazy. They might have heard sound effects because we can't hear it. Doesn't matter. Anyways, what were you saying, Anthony?
I don't know about Derek Lewis, bro. He's been on a losing streak lately, and bro, sometimes he's like winning sometimes, but then he goes out of his form.
Yeah.
But
man, what about Tony Ferguson?
Look, to be honest with you, bro, at the same time, when you're in the octagon, anything can happen.
Yeah.
You don't know when you're going to get knocked out, or you're going to get busted up, or you're going to get tapped out.
Yeah.
It's just in that moment. You know what I mean?
Back to my other point, Tony Ferguson, he's making his comeback.
Yeah.
Retirement's near for him too.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he's even.
But I want to see him win, bro. I want to see him win against
I reckon he'll win. Bobby Green, I've heard of him, whatever, but he's not that elite fighter.
But you know what? You know what's good about Tony Ferguson? Back in the days when he was in Ultimate Fighter, Brock Lesnar was the coach with Tony Ferguson, and he even said Tony Ferguson was actually the best fighter in the
but he was a legend.
He was an actual legend. And you know what? Brock Lesnar was like, he gave him that confidence, that motivation, that strength. And you know what? He didn't care about what's going on in the house. Remember the Ultimate Fighter season? Bro, everyone used to get belted and everyone used to get drunk.
Speaking of the Ultimate Fighter, did you see the trailer? For Conor
McGregor,
have you seen it?
Wait,
where
bro.
He pushed him and have you seen that funny moment where it's like he's like,
with your eye.
No.
Which one?
McGregor and Chandler. They had a little clip on Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't see that yet.
It's like, we should do the fight at 185. That's what McGregor was saying. The fight might be at 185. And then Chandler's like, I can do it 185, whatever. He's like, you do what you're told. It went viral that moment, man. That showed me a glimpse of the old McGregor, the trash talking McGregor, not the fake McGregor. No, you know what I mean?
But you know what? You think? Look, I know you love Conor McGregor so much.
Yeah.
But I think Michael Chandler's been on a bit of that.
I'm scared for that fight.
Yeah, Michael Chandler's dangerous, bro. He is dangerous.
When is it?
It's very soon. In the next few weeks, I think, in May.
But speaking of McGregor, the documentary came out, man.
It actually came out. I can't wait to watch it. I think everyone should watch it. We're going to put the...
McGregor forever.
Yeah, so I think we're going to put the link...
doesn't matter, man.
No, it doesn't matter, bro.
The whole world knows. Compared to McGregor, this bloke views regardless, man. Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying. I can't wait for this documentary.
I can't wait.
But I think it's from the time where he faced Khabib, they started the documentary.
Yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
we should watch it.
Because there was a lot of controversial, a lot of dramas going on. Yeah, I remember that.
It's going to reach the charts, man.
I remember that. And even the press as well, with Khabib as well, that was big.
Oh, I love McGregor, bro. I can't wait to watch this fucking... I even said, he's my man crush, man.
Is that how many episodes?
5.
I think there's 5 episodes. I can't wait to watch from chapter 1 to 5.
How long's the episode?
Like an hour each.
I think it's an hour each. So you have to watch it. You got to understand
If I call in sick for work, you know why? Nah, I'm joking.
I don't think you should.
But man, I'll come to finish this podcast and go home and watch it here. But yeah, man, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, I think we did actually.
Covered everything in general.
Yeah, I think that's sports.
Yeah, man, let's wrap it up. Yeah, that's a wrap up.
That was a long one, but
yeah, that was this. I think it's our longest pod.
Yeah, I think it was the longest one.
We're gonna start putting the chapters for you guys so you can watch what parts you want to watch. Before we didn't do it, but I thought it'd be good for you guys so you can choose what parts to watch. But we did it for you. So
that was episode 23. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Again, I'm going to say it again. If you didn't subscribe, you're probably already dead.
Subscribe.
You're probably dead already because I said I'll give you 5 seconds or the Grim Reaper would have been knocking on your door. So you're probably dead anyways. Subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. That 88%, I don't want to say it anymore. I want to say it. I want the subscribe amount to be over the non-subscribe.
I agree.
So anyways,
we're aiming for 1,000 by the end of the year. Hopefully.
Or maybe the next few months, you know.
Perfect podcast, boys.
That was good.
We enjoyed it, man. I loved it.
See you guys. Take it easy. See you later.
See you.